Good afternoon or evening, everybody, wherever you're at. It is Thursday. You know what that means. Week 4 officially about to be underway finally. As you can see, it's just me. If you were here yesterday, it was just Pierre. So it's all right. We're going to be going, I should say I'm going to be going up until kickoff to help you with all of your questions, whether it's guys you have playing tonight, guys you have playing this weekend, maybe some trade offers you've gotten, maybe guys that are still on the waiver wire that you want to go pick up, whatever it is. Drop it in the chat. I will be getting to as many as I can from now up until kickoff. But before we get to that, let's talk about some of the players tonight that are kind of like, are they playing? Are they not? And then we'll hit some guys over the weekend, and then we'll get into the questions. So let's start with the guys tonight. Obviously, the biggest one, probably Aaron Jones. I haven't seen anything official. I mean, they haven't released their actives, inactives yet. Or maybe they did. Well, no, they didn't. I just saw Bakhtiari went on the IR, so I guess it's not their active, inactives. But they didn't activate Patrick Taylor off the practice squad this week like they did last week. So that's a good sign. All signs have been pointing to Aaron Jones playing. It's not the best matchup tonight against the Lions. I mean, in years past, you'd be like Lions, smash spot, but they're much better on defense, much better against the run. But still, you're probably starting Aaron Jones over most running backs this week. He's a good player. A.J. Dillon looks awful. You know, he's always capable of a long run, a touchdown. So he should be good to go. Christian Watson also should be good to go. I think they said something like barring a setback before the game, which let's hope that doesn't happen. He will play. He's a little trickier because coming off the hamstring, you never know. But remember, week 1, they were telling us, oh, Romeo Doubs coming off the hamstring. He's going to be limited. And then he went out there and caught 2 touchdowns. And the thing I really like about Christian Watson and this offense with Jordan Love is chucking it. He's chucking it. He's not dinking dunking. He's chucking it. So definitely a chance for Christian Watson. He's got upside tonight, but he's certainly risky coming off that hamstring as well. And then on the other side, we got some conflicting reports, but it does sound like the final report is that David Montgomery is expected to play. So this is a great spot for David Montgomery. The Packers, not a strong run defense. He should get the bulk of the carries. Jahmyr Gibbs had his chance last week, and he wasn't awful, but he certainly wasn't great. So you got to think David Montgomery goes back to the lead back role, which might also be better for Gibbs because, look, Gibbs had 17 carries last week, but 1 catch? Like, what are we doing here, Lions? I would have rather Craig Reynolds had 10 carries and Gibbs had 5 catches. Like, why? You're trying to make Jahmyr Gibbs a workhorse. But anyways, maybe it's better for Gibbs. I still like him this week. Again, Packers, not a run defense that scares me. But with Monty there, that does certainly cap his upside a little bit. Now let's get to the guys over the weekend. Of course, the biggest one is Austin Ekeler. He's actually practiced each of the last 2 days. That's pretty remarkable. I did not think we'd see that. Still don't have a good feeling about if he'll play or not, though, because he himself said something to the effect of, I'm not factoring in the bye week, because remember, the Chargers have the bye next week. He himself said something to the effect, like, I'm not factoring in the bye week. If my ankle's 100%, I'm playing. If it's not, I'm not. So, okay, I guess we'll have to find out if it's 100% or not. But the fact that he's logged 2 limited practices and they weren't practices where he was just out there on the sideline stretching or something like that. He was actually practicing is a good sign. So, I mean, luckily he plays Sunday. So it's not like a terrible thing where we should know by Sunday morning if he's playing or not. But certainly seems to be trending in the right direction there. So, you know, certainly if you have like a close decision, if you're like, well, I could roll with David Montgomery tonight, or I could roll with Austin Ekeler on Sunday. And if Ekeler doesn't play, I could pivot to, I don't know, Brian Robinson or something like that. I would probably just say wait. So if you have a decent backup option on Sunday that you could pivot to in the event Ekeler doesn't play, I'm mostly probably going to say just wait and see if he plays. And then the other big one is Saquon Barkley. He did practice today. Remember, they play Monday night, so today is like their Wednesday. He didn't do a whole lot. Unlike Ekeler, from my understanding from the beat writers, was he was kind of out there, not really doing much. And then towards the end, he kind of did a little something. So I'm not feeling as good about Barkley coming off his ankle injury. Remember, his ankle injury was in what, week 3, I believe, right? Week 3, whereas Ekeler's was week 1. So not feeling as good about Barkley, and he's Monday night, so you don't have the luxury like Ekeler where you can say, like, well, if he doesn't play, I'll just pivot to this other player. If Barkley doesn't play Monday night and you wait for him, you're going to be out of luck. So he's going to probably be a guy. Obviously, look, join us on Saturday. We do this for like 3.5 hours on Saturday. Join us Sunday morning. We do it 3 hours Sunday morning right before the games. We get all the latest actives, inactives. We have a better idea then. But as of right now, Barkley, very risky going on Monday. Eckler, I'd be okay waiting on, again, assuming you have better options. And then the last one I do want to mention, it looks like Bryce Young is going to play. He's logged 2 full practices. We thought he'd be out 2 to 3 weeks, but nope, it looks like he's going to play this week, which may be bad news for everybody who dropped Fab to go pick up Adam Thielen after the Andy Dalton game. Now, it is still the Vikings. It's still a terrible offense, but man, this passing attack looked way different with Andy Dalton than with Bryce Young. So, I mean, look, Adam Thielen, probably still startable, but I mean, yeah, you can't be as excited with Bryce Young. Same with DJ Chark. I was going to put DJ Chark on the sneaky starts, but I don't know now with Bryce Young. I mean, even though it is the Vikings, it's like you want to do it, but man, Bryce Young is this offense with Bryce Young, the passing offense with Bryce Young has not looked good. So, and Andy Dalton was at least out there just slinging it, right? He didn't care. He's like, whatever. I'm in what is he in? Like year 17 or something? I'm just going to chuck it all over the field. I don't care. Bryce Young, not the same. So, anyways, like I said, I mean, it's not. I don't think it makes Adam Thielen completely unplayable because it is a good matchup. But yeah, get ready for potential disappointment this week. All right, I think that's everything that we got going on there. Obviously, we'll get to your questions, or I'll get to your questions. Now, before I do, I gotta remind you, if you're still on the fence about Underdog, you still have time to go sign up right now. They got the new customer special. This is for new customers only. If you've never signed up for Underdog and you use our promo code ENDGAME, you got to use our promo code to get the special. You get Jared Goff higher than 5 yards. You take it, you pair it with any other line you like, and if you hit on the other line, triple your money. Not only that, they're going to match your deposit dollar for dollar. And I know on here it says up to $100, but from now until October 4th, I almost said August 4th. From now until October 4th, they're going to go dollar for dollar up to $500. Now, you don't have to put $500 in, but if you've just got $500 that you like to use on, I don't know, DraftKings or sites like that, throw it into Underdog and you instantly get $500 more dollars. And you can take this new customer special so you can take their money, put it on this Jared Goff line, put it on another line, and try to triple it. Now, you can't put all 500 on, but hey, you can put some on. And if you're like, well, I can't sign up before the game, or, maybe you're watching this later, they've got one for Sunday too. If you're a new customer, Kenny Pickett higher than half a yard this Sunday. Same thing. They'll give you a dollar for dollar match up to $500. Again, you don't have to put 500 in, but anything up to that, they will match it. So you instantly double your money right there. Then you get this Kenny Pickett higher than half a yard line. So basically you just got to get 1 yard. And then you pair it with any other line and you can triple it. And there's more, because we talk about this a lot. They got the 100K Sunday again with Rachaad White. You can go higher or lower than 74.5 yards. I'm going to suggest you go lower, but you do whatever you want. But you just take this line and you pair them with one other line, and whether you win or lose, they're going to pick 10 random people who use this line and just give them $10,000. Whether you're a new customer or not, they're going to do this. Underdog is just incredible. They do so much cool stuff. And then finally, it's week 4. Maybe you're not happy with your team. You're like, man, I drafted the worst team. You can draft a new team. Best Ball Resurrection. That's right. Best Ball drafts in season. So basically, it starts week 6. The way it works is you draft a team of 18 players. And then you don't do anything. You don't have to set your lineup. You don't have to do waivers. You don't have to do trades. Every week, the computer picks your best possible lineup at the end of the week. You get points. And at the end of the season, $300 in prizes. You can see right here, $300 in prizes. Let's see. What does first place take home? First place takes home $30K. It's a $10 entry, $30K. And look, if you sign up now, if you've never used Underdog and you sign up now, and let's say you put the 500 in and you get 500, you can use that $500 they give you to enter this tournament. So, yeah, it's pretty awesome. Underdog Fantasy. Check it out. Use code ENDGAME to get that deposit match, to get those new customer lines that I talked about, and to get that free money. Highly recommend them. They're incredible, an incredible company. They're literally taking over fantasy. Them and us, we're taking over fantasy. All right. Now that all that's out of the way, it's time for the important part of that is your questions. Now, if it's your first time or you're new, which I guess would be your first time, maybe you've only been here a couple times, here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to try to answer as many questions as I possibly can from now until kickoff. If I could, I would answer every single question, but I can't because I like to go in. We like to go in. We like to actually explain it. We don't want to just say, like, if you say, do I start player X, player B, or player C? We don't want to just say player C and move on. We want to give you our thoughts and let you know why we like player C or what our thoughts are. So we're going to go through as many as we can. If you want to guarantee your question is answered, you want to get it to the front of the line, you can use that YouTube Super Chat feature. If you use that, we guarantee, I promise every super chat will get answered. I will try to get to some non-super chats. Don't worry, I'm not only going to do the super chats unless I can't get to the normal ones, which does happen sometimes. It does happen. But if I can, I will get to some non-super chat ones as well. But look, even if you can't super chat, because you're like, hey, I don't have the money for a super chat, which I totally get, or you're just like, I don't really feel like giving some dude on YouTube my money, which I also get. Some of the super chat questions that I answer might answer your question. So stick around, check it out. Happy you're here. Hit that like button if you haven't yet, and let's get into it. And I got to get to the first question. So Marcus, not a super chat, but this was he asked this pretty much 2 hours ago, right when I posted this as, not live, but like that we were going to be on in 2 hours. So Marcus, appreciate you being on here right away. Let's get to his real quick. Start 2 running backs, Eckler, Ford, Swift, and Gibbs. Okay. So this is what I'm going to say. I'm not going to start Gibbs tonight. I think you have to start Swift. Like after what we've seen with Swift, if Swift goes crazy this weekend, he's pretty much a no doubt must start. And then you can wait on Eckler. And if Eckler doesn't play, you can just pivot to Ford. Like I don't expect Gibbs to go off tonight. So this is a case where I will happily wait for Eckler, bench Gibbs, and if Eckler doesn't go, I'll just pivot to Ford. So if Eckler plays, go Eckler, Swift. If not, play Ford and Swift. This is definitely a case where I would be more than happy to wait for him. All right, Ramu, what's up? Good to see you again. Hold on, let me get a swig of water. One thing about doing this solo, a lot of talking. All right, Ramu saying, got a 10-team PPR. Lamar Jackson or Cousins? Well, I mean, I will say Lamar Jackson's in a tough matchup this week against Cleveland. Could I bench him for Cousins? Probably not. But, I mean, if you're really nervous, I guess you could. But the thing about Lamar, like last week, he can always run in 2 scores, and then it's like you're really regretting benching him. So it is a tough spot for Lamar this week. I would probably still go Lamar, but I get it if you want to go Cousins. All right, then he needs 2 wide receivers and a flex from JJ. Yes. Waddle. Yes. I guess we didn't talk about Waddle or Anthony Richardson either. They both have clear concussion and are expected to play. Okay. JJ, I don't know if Richardson's cleared, but he's expected to play. Waddle definitely cleared. Okay. JJ Waddle, yes. Those are your 2 wide receivers. Ayuk, Dell, Sutton. I think you still got to go Ayuk. You still got to go Ayuk. Dell is interesting. I do think he could boom this week. I did put him on the boom video if you've seen it. Or if you haven't seen it, I do think he could boom, but he's also could do nothing. Ayuk is solid. Look, week 1, Ayuk was awesome. Week 2, Ayuk should have been awesome, but Brock Purdy just completely whiffed on an easy touchdown pass to him. I think Ayuk will be great. I'm going JJ Waddle, Ayuk. And then 2 running backs from Mostert, Madison, and Ford. Well, I mean, you got to play Mostert. I know it's a tough matchup. I know it's the Bills, but look, we said start Mostert in week 1 and then don't start him again because he gets all these tough matchups, and it hasn't even mattered. It hasn't even mattered. So I think you got to go Mostert. Madison and Ford are close for me. They're close because, Ford's not in the best matchup against the Ravens. Madison's got a pretty good matchup against the Panthers, but he's also Madison. I don't know. I think I still go Ford. I think I just feel better about Ford. He's catching passes. I don't know if you guys saw that touchdown catch. Oh man, he made that. I don't know if it was a linebacker or a DB. I didn't look. I should have looked closer, but he made him look silly. He's a great route runner, great pass catcher. I'm going Mostert and Ford. Good luck, Ramu. Good luck. All right, let's keep this going here. All right, we got a couple. We got a couple from Moises here. What's up? So we'll answer his question. So his first question: choose one flex: Gibbs, Amari, Nico, or Palmer. All right. Well, I will say Palmer is interesting this week. He's going against the Raiders. He's been good when Mike Williams and or Keenan Allen are out, but he's also disappointed. I can't bench Amari. I mean, I know it's the Ravens, but I mean, he's got such big play potential. I just can't. I can't bench Amari. So for me, it's Amari. It's Amari Cooper. I think Palmer is just a little too risky over Amari. And then he's asking, he has two questions. So first he's saying, I have Lamar this week, but I see Geno and Stafford on waivers. And then thoughts on benching Lamar. Well, as I said with Ramu, I'm not doing it. I don't know if Geno and Stafford are enough for me. I do like Geno. He gets the Giants. But does Geno have like significantly more upside? Does Stafford? I think for these guys, I'm still going Lamar. Cousins is closer because look, Cousins is like the top scoring QB right now, isn't he? Like he's just lighting it up every week because they throw it 45 times a game and he's got weapons. Geno and Stafford, I don't feel quite as good about, so I'm still going Lamar in this case. All right, Matthew with the super chat of Yo, Matthew. Let me see. Do you have a question? Let me see. Did I miss it? Maybe it's up here. I don't see it, but I'll look for it, Matthew. I'll look for it. And then one from one of our members, Big Luscious, Gainwell, Spears, Charbonnet, or Mitchell. Choose one. I actually have Charbonnet on the sneaky starts for tomorrow. 44% of the snaps last week, over 5 yards per carry. He's run almost as many routes as Kenneth Walker, even though he's played well under half the snaps this year. And he's got five touches in the red zone. It's a great matchup against the Giants. I think I'm going Charbonnet. This week. If I got to choose between these guys, I think I'm going Charbonnet. I mean, there's always a chance for Mitchell. There's certainly a chance for Mitchell because we did see last week that, Kyle Shanahan after the first two games was like, okay, we need to stop giving Christian McCaffrey so much work. And he actually was true to it. Like Elijah Mitchell got quite a bit of run last week. And if they're blowing out the Cardinals, he could probably get a lot of run again this week. But I just feel like Charbonnet is probably locked into more run. I like his matchup a lot. He's a great player, great running back. He'll catch passes. He might even score this week. Out of this group, I'm going Charbonnet. Good luck with that. All right, Moises with another one. Thank you. All right, he's saying, choose one flex, one tight end. Pat Freiermuth, Musgrave, Palmer, Flowers, Lockett, or Nico Collins. I do like Musgrave this week, but after what we saw with Freiermuth last week, I mean, he scored 2 touchdowns now. He's getting end zone targets. I think I still got to go Freiermuth over Musgrave. I just think he's a bit safer, and he's got 2 touchdowns, so you can't say he doesn't have upside. For the flex, Palmer, Flowers, Lockett, or Nico, I can't bench Lockett. I mean, look, I like Palmer. Flowers is okay this week. Nico's okay this week. Lockett against the Giants. Look, you get what you get with Lockett. He might get you 7 or 8 points, or he might get you 35. But when he gets you 35, you win. And he has that potential this week against the Giants. So I can't bench him. I can't bench Lockett. So I'm going Freiermuth and Lockett out of those guys. All right, Bobby Brook. How's it going? Well, this is easy now. PPR, Aaron Jones or Rachaad White. You got to go Aaron Jones. I mean, not only has Rachaad White not looked good, but he's got a brutal matchup again this week. I feel like the Bucs just keep playing brutal run defenses. Now he's got the Saints on the road. Hard to see that turning out well. So you definitely got to go Aaron Jones. And then Watson or Swift, I think you got to go Swift. I mean, Swift just looks phenomenal. The offensive line, I mean, he's averaging over 5 yards per carry before he even gets touched. Over 5 yards per carry before he even gets touched. That's insane. Like, He's got tons of upside, and he doesn't have the risk coming off the hamstring. So I'm going Aaron Jones and Swift. Good luck there, Bobby. All right, Carl Williams, another one of our members, saying he's giving Devontae Adams, and Breece Hall for Devonta Smith and Ridley. I don't hate it. I mean, Devonta Smith is a stud wide receiver. I still think Ridley should be a stud wide receiver. And like best case for Breece Hall is like, let's say Breece Hall is 100% by the fantasy playoffs. What is he going to do in this offense behind this offensive line? I mean, Breece Hall is a great player. But even if he's 100% by the fantasy playoffs, like, what's he really going to be able to do in this offense behind this offensive line? And that's assuming he's 100%, which he probably won't be 100% this year. So I like this trade for you, especially because you lost Mike Williams. You got DJ Moore, Jerry Jeudy, London. I mean, you got a bunch of wide receivers you don't really, I mean, like they're startable, but you don't really want to start them. So, yeah, you got Kyron, Connor, Swift, Achan, I think is a correct pronunciation now. Rashawn Miller. You're okay at running back. You can get by without Breece Hall. You need those wide receivers. I think you got to do it. Yeah, you got it. You definitely got to do that. All right, Bobby again. PPR Hollywood, Elijah Moore, or Drake London rest season. Oh, this is easily Hollywood for me. I'm pretty okay. I've gotten plenty wrong. I said don't draft Mike Evans. Well, that looks pretty bad. I've gotten plenty wrong. But I will say, did not hear anybody else telling people to draft Hollywood. I was telling everybody draft Hollywood. He's one of the biggest steals in fantasy. Not only has he been good with Josh Dobbs so far, Kyler Murray is coming back. He is going to come back. And when he does, Hollywood Brown is going to be awesome. Because who else is he throwing to here? Zach Ertz, Rondale Moore? Nah. It's definitely Hollywood rest of the season. Love Hollywood. Love the value. Love what I've seen from him. Definitely Hollywood. All right, rough times. Aaron Jones in 2 leagues. All right, it's not so bad. He's playing tonight. Let's see. 1 PPR, league number 1. 1 PPR, 1 running back, 1 flex. Jones, Ford, Flowers, Saquon. Well, like I said, you can't wait on Saquon. I don't love Flowers this week. It's close between Jones and Ford, but I probably got to go with Jones. He's got that home run potential. I like his matchup better. I'm going to go Aaron Jones. And then league number 2, a quarter point per rush, half point per reception. All right, needs 1 running back in the flex between Aaron Jones, Sanders, Kamara, Evans, Achan. That's going to be so hard for me to say. Achan. All right. Well, I'm going to say in this one, I like Miles Sanders the best, actually, because number 1, I think he'll get the most attempts of any of these guys. But also, they're going against the Vikings, and Miles Sanders is getting a lot of volume. I almost put him on the buy low, and I probably should have, but I wasn't sure. He's coming off a pretty big game. I wasn't sure. I almost put him on the buy low. I like him this week. He'll catch passes. He'll catch like 3 to 4 passes. He's on pace for 113 targets or receptions this year. I think it's targets, which is insane. 113 targets. He'll catch passes. I think he'll get tons of carries. So I like him here in this format. And then look, I mean, in this format, it's probably Aaron Jones because I don't really feel good about Achan getting a ton of carries this week. Ahmed's going to be back. We'll see how this shakes out. It's hard to bench Achan. Man, it's going to be so hard for me to say that the whole season. Achan, it's hard to bench him. But Aaron Jones, you can feel better about getting more run, getting catches, getting more carries. So I think I'm going Jones Sanders this week. But don't hate me if Achan goes for 200 yards again. All right, we got Joe Castles. What's up, Joe? We got Flex Watson, Elijah Moore, Dotson, or London. I'm going to assume Christian Watson since we're talking about wide receivers. And I think out of this group, I'm going Christian Watson. I'm not feeling a big Elijah Moore game. Cannot like Dotson right now. Can't really feel great about London right now. Just give me the upside with Watson here and see what happens. Even if he doesn't do great tonight, I don't think these guys are going to do significantly better. All right, Michael Cazares, Standard League. Trade Walker for Amon-Ra and Laporta. Look, if it was PPR, I'd say yes. I would say definitely do this. I do think Walker is a sell high. I know I I know 50 people are now leaving. They're just commented like, oh my God, this clown said Walker's a sell high. I'm out. Kenneth Walker has 4 touchdowns. Like, how would we feel about Kenneth Walker right now if he had, say, I don't know, 0 touchdowns? Remember last year when Nick Chubb had like 13 touchdowns and he was like lighting it up and then he stopped scoring touchdowns and what happened? That's kind of Kenneth Walker. And I do think Charbonnet is coming. Charbonnet is coming. But it's standard scoring, which hurts Amon-Ra to a degree. I'm always going to prefer the running back in standard. So I think in standard, you got to keep the running back here. Give me Kenneth Walker. See, I just saw our view count just went down because I said trade Kenneth Walker. I don't know if that's really why. I just know it tilts people when I say that. But hey, look, I try to look long-term and I try to look at what's going to happen. So not what's happening right now. All right, Oscar, half PPR, Christian Watson, Josh Palmer, Garrett Wilson, Pittman, Phil, 2 flex. All right, well, I'm going to say this is, I don't want to say it's easily, but it's fairly easily Michael Pittman and Josh Palmer for me. I do like Watson. I'm starting Watson in a couple places. I drafted Watson all over the place this year. But when you have 2 good options like this, you don't need to risk a guy coming back off a hamstring. So just give me Josh Palmer in a great matchup. And Michael Pittman also in a really good matchup this week against the Rams, getting a ton of targets. Give me those 2 guys, Pittman and Palmer. All right, Brandon thought I was on a flight to London because of a flight to London. Why would I be on a flight to London? Pierre flew today, but not to London. He didn't fly to London. I think he flew to like Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, for his daughter. All right. Ahmad, one of our members, Waller, Ingram. Well, this week it's Waller. Look, if Waller doesn't come through this week, it's officially like David Njoku, Kyle Pitts level panic on Darren Waller because he's going up against Seattle, one of the worst defenses against tight ends. If this is Waller smash week, if Waller doesn't smash this week, it's full-fledged panic. And then Ahmed, Tua, or Lamar. So, see, this is another one where it's like, I mean, I don't love Tua's matchup this week on the road against Buffalo. So, remember, week 1, video game Tua. Week 2, on the road against New England. He was still good. Like, he wasn't terrible, but he wasn't like video game Tua. Week 3 against Denver at home, video game Tua. Week 4, on the road against Buffalo. I don't think we're going to see video game Tua. I still think he'll be good. This is a great defense. And they're on the road. I mean, let me verify. I'm pretty sure they're on the road. Yeah, they're on the road. I'd probably just still go Lamar here. Just for the potential of the rushing yards and the rushing touchdowns. All right, here's Matthew. Said yo earlier. So here's his question. Start 2, please. Jerry Jeudy, Madison, Miles Sanders. Well, I really like I really like Miles Sanders this week. He's got a great matchup. The usage is there. The pass catching is there. I like Miles Sanders. Jeudy and Madison is close. I'm going to assume PPR. If it's standard scoring, go Madison. But I'm going to assume PPR. It's a great matchup for Jeudy against the Bears this week. It's also a good matchup for Madison. Man. But I think in PPR, I'm going to go Jeudy. Against the Bears. It's hard to bench players against the Bears. Give me Jeudy against the Bears. So Jeudy and Sanders. All right, Kevin, one of our members. He's got Aaron Jones, James Conner, and Dylan, who would you play? Well, not Dylan. I mean, you like real talk, you can drop Dylan. Like I would drop Dylan for a handcuff running back. Because we've seen now, even if Aaron Jones is out, you still don't want to start Dylan. So you can drop Dylan. If it's between Connor and Aaron Jones, like if your choice was 2 of these guys, well, there you go. Don't start Dylan. If it's between Aaron Jones and Connor, look, I know Connor's look great, but against the 49ers, I probably just roll with Aaron Jones tonight. Just give me Aaron Jones. I don't really want to start Connor against the 49ers. Maybe he comes through again. He's looked great so far. But, man, against the 49ers, I'll just go with Aaron Jones tonight. All right, back to Bobby, and I like this question, Bobby. Thank you. This is a sharp question here. This is a question where you're paying attention. Thoughts on Jonathan Mingo? He's had 19 targets. Yes. And this is another reason why I'm a little bit nervous. Look, I wasn't drafting Adam Thielen. I don't have Adam Thielen anywhere. So to say I'm nervous about Adam Thielen is not really the accurate word. The reason why I'm worried for people who just went and ran out and dropped fab on Adam Thielen to start him this week is because when Bryce Young has played, Jonathan Mingo a lot. Like, I think Jonathan Mingo, pretty sure, I don't know if he led the team in targets through the first 2 weeks, but I'm pretty sure he led the team in targets like in week 2. It really seemed like Bryce Young prefers Mingo to the other guys. Remember, Adam Thielen didn't do anything until old man Dalton came in. So, and it really looks like it's going to be Bryce Young. So I'm not starting Mingo. I mean, I know it's the Vikings, but I still can't start him. But I think Mingo is definitely worth a stash. All right, let's keep it moving here. We got Russ. He needs 1 tight end and 1 flex. Well, look, I know Laporta's been great. And I know Andrews has the Browns, but could I really do it? Could I really bench Andrews for Laporta? Well, here, this is what I'm going to tell you, actually. First of all, by the way, thank you. As you said, love the content. Thank you. Appreciate it. If your third choice is Rachaad White, just give me the tight ends. I'm almost never going to say give me the tight ends. But Rachaad, I mean, look, he had a terrible week 1 matchup. He had a great week 2 matchup, and he came through in a big way. And then he's had 2 more terrible matchups. It seems like Rachaad White's probably going to be one of those guys you only want to play when he's playing a good matchup because his offensive line is terrible. Yeah, so give me Andrew. I'm just going to say Andrews and Laporta. I do not want to play Rachaad White this week. Just feels like you could be getting 2 points from him this week. All right, well, here we go. I don't know how to pronounce that. But Rachaad White or Christian Watson, definitely Christian Watson. Like I said, I just do not want to be playing Rachaad White this week. Against the Saints on the road, this could be like you could get 2. You could get 0. You might even get -2 if he fumbles again. So just give me Watson. All right, Andrew, Dobbs or Rachaad White? Well, I'm going to say Dobbs. He's been good. Even with Watson back, I don't think he's going to like disappear. Again, I do not want to start Rachaad White this week. I absolutely do not want. And then DJ Moore or Elijah Moore. Oh, this is brutal. They're both in bad spots. Elijah Moore just getting little low ADOT, nothing, targets. DJ Moore might get a lot of Surtain. Oof, but I probably got to go DJ Moore. He's at least getting shots down the field, chances to score. I'll go DJ Moore here. All right, Senior Royland, what is up? Who wins this trade? Justin Fields for 2024 first and a second. Okay, is this? I mean, the first question I always ask is, do you have any idea what the first will be? It says belongs to a tanking team. Well, you're giving up your first. So you're saying Justin Fields belongs to a tanking team. So you're going to give up your first. So I assume you're a contender. I'm going to assume you're at least a contender. So we'll say like a late-ish first and a second. I mean, I think it's worth it. In Superflex. Although, man. Like my worry with Justin Fields is if he plays like this all year and they get the number 1 pick, which they legitimately might, they might just draft Caleb Williams. But if Fields turns it around, this would look like a steal. But how good do we feel about him turning it around right now? I don't know. I think I keep the first. I can't do it. I don't think I can do it. There's just so much risk with Fields. Next year's class is looking great. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I keep the picks. I probably keep the picks. Maybe that's recency bias, but I'm really getting nervous that the Bears are just going to be awful all year, get the number 1 pick, and draft Caleb Williams, and then who knows what Fields' future will hold. Trey Lance or something. All right, Josh reacts. Who to flex? David Montgomery, Tank Dell. I'm definitely going Tank Dell here. I mean, I like Monty. I think Monty will be solid, but Tank Dell has way more upside this week. Give me that shot with the upside. I don't think Monty's going to have like a huge game tonight unless he somehow scores 2 touchdowns. Give me Tank Dell. Definitely give me Tank Dell. All right. Well, it's not often we get questions from a celebrity, especially a celebrity from the future. Terminator is here. Aaron Jones or Josh Jacobs? I'm going Josh Jacobs. If Josh Jacobs can't come through against the Chargers this week, then we're in full-fledged, oh my gosh, Josh Jacobs is going to be one of the biggest busts this year type of panic mode. But it's the Chargers. He's getting the usage. The usage is not the problem. It just hasn't happened yet. Against the Chargers, it's got to happen. It's got to happen. I'm going Josh Jacobs, especially with Aaron Jones coming off a hamstring injury. Just go with Josh Jacobs. All right, Trone Force, Montgomery or Dobbs tonight in PPR. I'll probably go with Dobbs. Monty's your safer bet. If you're like, look, I don't want to risk like a complete bust game from Dobbs. Monty's your safer bet. He's got the higher floor. He could score. Doesn't have the biggest ceiling. But, I mean, Dobbs has been scoring. He's been getting involved. I don't think just because Christian Watson is back that, like, Jordan Love's going to forget about Dobbs. So, if it's me, I'm playing Dobbs. I'm going for the ceiling. But if you want the safer floor play, you go Monty. All right, Juice 420. Should I be concerned about the Sun God going against the Lions defense? You mean that they're going against the Packers defense tonight, not the Lions. He's on the Lions. Do you have Tank? No, I'm not benching. So remember, look, Sun God plays almost half his snaps out of the slot. I don't think is Jair Alexander even playing because he didn't play last week. I haven't even seen anything. Do we know if Alexander's playing? Do we have an update on that? I don't even know if he's playing tonight. Let's see. Gotta find an update. Okay, so they activated 2 corners from the practice squad. So yeah, Alexander's almost certainly not playing tonight. They wouldn't do that if he was going to play. So not worried about Sun God tonight. I'm starting him with confidence. I do like Tank Dell, but Sun God can get you 20 points every single week. Tank Dell could or could not get you 20 points. So just go with the guy who can get you 20 points every week. Not saying he will, but I'm saying he can. All right, Joe, 0-3 and changed my team name to Laporta Potty. I like it. If you got Laporta, there you go. Although if you're 3-0, I guess it doesn't really make sense. But I like that name. Trading Ridley and Rachaad White for JT. Okay, here's the problem, though. You're 0-3. If JT, you're not going to have Ridley, White, or JT this week. That's for sure. So that doesn't really help you this week. And now what if JT doesn't play next week? This is the type of trade, if you said you were 3-0, I'd be like, awesome. I love this trade. Because you can afford to wait a couple weeks for JT. But man, if he doesn't come back, I know Ridley hasn't been great, but I still believe in Ridley. If you were even maybe 1 or 2 or 2-1, I'd probably be okay with it. I don't know. This feels more like a trade you make when you're 3-0 or 2-1, not 0-3. So feels risky for an 0-3 team, even though I do love JT. All right, Sun AAA, tight end spot, Hunter Henry or Luke Musgrave. I go slightly Musgrave. They're close. It's not like I feel strongly about one or the other. But Musgrave's been really close. He's been really close. It just feels like there's going to be a game here really soon where Musgrave booms. And it might be tonight. Lions have not been good against tight ends, so it might be tonight against the Lions. I'm going Musgrave. All right, Daniel Kapskinen, what's up? Thank you. I sit Demon tonight for Ford or Madison. Yeah, I'll sit him. I'm not feeling a big Monty game coming off injury. It's not a horrible matchup, but it's also not a smash matchup here. These guys are all pretty close to me, to be honest. So, yeah, I probably like Ford a little bit more. Again, Ford's pass catching is probably the deciding factor here for me. So I probably go Ford. All right, let's do. Let me do a quick few. We'll get to all the super chats, I promise. So if you want to guarantee your question gets answered, I'll get to them all. But we got some people, we got some patient non-super chatters. Let's hit a couple real quick. I'm going to do these rapid fire, so I'm not going to give you like a full deep dive breakdown. I'll just kind of give you my thoughts. All right, how about Chris? Because you got a cool name. 12-man PPR start 3, Dell, Flowers, AJ Brown, Ridley, Ayuk. I'm starting the last 3. I just am. I'm not sitting AJ Brown ever. Ayuk's awesome, and I still believe in Ridley. I can't sit him for those guys, so give me the top 3. And then Space Ghost. Let's go. I used to watch that cartoon, Adult Swim. Flex Gibbs or Edwards, Monty, McLaurin, Flowers, or Palmer. If it's PPR, I'm probably going Palmer, to be honest. I'm not feeling a big Gibbs game tonight with Monty back. Edwards might not even play. I haven't heard anything in the concussion. Monty, McLaurin, Flowers. Yeah, just give me. I'm going Palmer if it's. And he said it's 10-man PPR. Yeah, give me Palmer. Give me Palmer. And then we'll do one more. Maybe we'll do a couple more. Matthew, real quick. Start 2, half PPR. Waddle, Cooper, and Olave. You got to start Waddle and Olave every single week. They're in my lineup if they play. Start them. Jonathan, Aaron Jones, in or out? He's in. Richard, Thielen, Kyron Williams, or Gibbs at flex. You got to start Kyron. I mean, I know he didn't have a great game last week, but he literally plays every single snap, and he gets targets. You got to play Kyron. All right. Back to the super chats. Marquise, would you start Tank Dell or Rachaad? Well, I'm not starting Rachaad White. Give me Tank Dell easily here. Rachaad White in a brutal spot this week. Not starting him. Give me Tank Dell. All right, Colin, full PPR. Christian Watson, Addison, or London? London is interesting because you look at it on paper and you say, ooh, Carolina, it's a tough matchup, but no J.C. Horn, and their starting safety is out. So there's going to be chances for Addison here. I mean, London is the one I can definitely eliminate because, I mean, we can't start London, right? Yeah, they're both risky. They both have upside. I might just go Watson. I might just go Addison simply because he's not coming off a hamstring injury. He's healthy. It looks like he's now the number 2. Last week, he officially passed KJ Osborne as the number 2 finally. And it looks like he's the number 2 now. So I'll probably just go Addison. Give me Addison. It's close, though. Give me Addison. Yeah, let's go. 215 people, only 18 likes. There's actually 503 people now. But thank you, Daniel. Hit that like. Let's go. All right, let's keep it going here. We got Jeff Scott. Tutu. Oh, he's also going to make an appearance on the Sneaky Start tomorrow. Maybe by the time this stream's over, you guys are going to get to watch the video tomorrow. Tutu, Christian Watson, Rachaad White. Nope. Josh Palmer, Pacheco. Don't like Pacheco this week either. I mean, it should be Watson. It should be Watson. But if you're like, coming back from hamstring, I don't want to risk it, then I like Palmer. So either Palmer or Watson. In this case, I'm probably putting Watson in. Because I'm like, you know what? He's a good player. He's got tremendous upside. But if you're nervous coming off the hamstring, I get it. Then you can go with Palmer. Jason, one of our members, what's up? I picked Pierre's brain yesterday. Okay, and now my turn. All right. Traded Mike Evans for Derrick Henry because I lost Chubb. I think it's very fair. I don't think Mike Evans is going to keep doing this all year. And I got to think Derrick Henry's not going to be this bad all year. So in the end, it's probably going to be very fair. I think you traded a wide receiver for a running back. I'm guessing the team that had Derrick Henry needed a wide receiver, and you needed a running back because you lost Chubb. So you got Kupp, Puka, Thomas, McLaurin, Juju, Aaron Jones, Connor. Yeah, I mean, I would now, like, I don't love your wide receivers now, to be honest. But I think it's a very fair trade. I probably would have preferred it if you could have done Puka for Derrick Henry, honestly, because you already have Kupp. But it's very fair. Very fair. All right, let's go here. Keith. Fields, Richardson, Bijan, Aaron Jones, Rashawn, Spears, Mitchell, Kupp, Sungod, Amari, Watson, Puka, Deontay, Mark Andrews. Yeah. Anytime I see a team with Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, I am going to suggest you trade Puka Nacua. Now, the latest we have on Kupp, Sean McVay said he's ramping up. We're hopeful he's going to be out there week 5. That's the plan. But then he said something like being healthy and being performance healthy or something like that is different. But it sounds like we're going to see him very soon here. Week 5, maybe week 6. So I'm going to recommend any team that has Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua, you try to trade Puka right now. Look, I don't think Puka is going to be worthless when Kupp comes back, but he's going to slot into the Robert Woods role. And if you think back 2 years ago when Matthew Stafford first came here, that was the year Cooper Kupp went off and Robert Woods was kind of disappointing. I mean, he was still okay. He still had some nice games, but he wasn't like, remember that year? It was like, that was like the big thing. They were kind of being drafted in the same range. It was like Woods or Kupp or Woods. Well, it was Kupp by a mile. So I'm going to recommend what I always recommend when teams have Kupp and Puka. Trade Puka. Get something really good back. Like get a good running back. I mean, you got Aaron Jones, but then after that, you got Rashawn, you got Spears. See if you can get like a good running back in return. Throw in Rashawn Johnson if you have to and get like a good running back in return. All right, Rahul, one of our members. What's up? Demont or Javonte? Oh, this is oh, man. Only because Javonte gets the Bears. Man. But he looks like a guy coming off a serious knee injury. I mean, he just does. But it's the Bears. Ooh, this if I had this decision, this would definitely be a killer for sure. I mean, Montgomery's certainly the safer pick, but Javonte against the Bears. I think I might have to roll with Javonte. That matchup is too good, and he's getting volume. I'm gonna go with Javonte. Might be the only week I say play Javonte all year. And then another one from Rahul, he got Jacobs and T. Higgins for Mostert and Connor. Very good, very good. I know a lot of people are, oh my gosh, you're giving up the RB1. He's not going to be the RB1 forever. He's going to fall off. I do like Connor, but like Jacobs, I mean, unless Jacobs is this year's biggest bust, which we'll see this week, this should be a big win for you. So I like that. Chris, all in. Let's go. Full PPR, start 1 running back, 2 wide receiver, and a flex. Derrick Henry, Kyron Williams, Aaron Jones, Alvin Kamara, Miles Sanders, Calvin Ridley, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Pittman, Nico Collins, Richardson or Prescott. Definitely Richardson this week. That one's easy. Dak's in a tough matchup. Just give me Richardson. I think I'm going to go with the 2 wide receivers first, Lamb and Pittman. Well, actually, I'm going to say it's PPR. Give me Lamb and Pittman. 1 running back. Man. I really do like Sanders this week. Are we really benching Henry? Are we benching Kyron against Colts? Man, this is tough. I mean, it feels like you have to play, like, how do you bench Henry? But you got some good options here. I do really like Sanders. I could see Sanders being the highest scorer here, but he's probably not the most obvious pick. That's tough. Because I really want to flex Ridley in full PPR. Although maybe just go Sanders and Kyron or Henry. Flex one of those guys. This is actually really hard. You need your league. You need more starting spots. You have too many players that you have to bench that you shouldn't be benching. Like you need more than 1 running back, 2 wide receiver, and a flex. Like at least if you're like I'm okay with leagues doing 1 running back. I wish all my leagues did 1 running back. But you should at least have 2 or 3 flexes then. Man. I mean, I really do think Sanders is going to have the biggest game of all these running backs, but it would be hard to put Sanders, like, it would be hard to see the name Miles Sanders and put him in over, like, Derrick Henry or Kyron Williams. Or Calvin Ridley, even. Oh, man. This is tough. This is why I like having Pierre on here, because then I can like listen to Pierre's thoughts, and sometimes he says things, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good point. Or he says things, and I'm like, yeah, I don't agree with that. But of course, we never disagree. So just kidding. This is me hoping this, like that it'll just magically come to my brain. Okay. Final answer. I'm gonna go Sanders, Lamb, Pittman, Kyron at the flex, Richardson at QB. But man, this is tough, and yeah, you could potentially be leaving points on the bench. Good luck, Chris. Maybe come back on. I don't know if you had a chance to ask Pierre this question last night. Maybe come back on. Oh, he's not gonna be here the rest of the week. Never mind. All right, 410 Braxton. I'm starting Fields. Changed my mind. He's been terrible. I don't. Do I have to try to change your mind? Look, it's the Broncos. Maybe he runs 10 times for 150 yards. It's possible. All right, Chris, do I bet on Debo playing or run Dobbs tonight if the only insurance I have is Rashee Rice? What's the latest on Debo? Let's see. What's the latest? He's not been practicing. So he's only got one more day to practice, basically. I might just roll with Dobbs. I might just roll with Dobbs. I mean, if Debo practices tomorrow and plays, I don't expect a huge Debo game. Week 2, I like Debo because they play a lot of zone. Last week, obviously, I like Debo because Ayuk was out. I'm not feeling a big Debo week this week, so just go Dobbs. Don't risk it. All right, Marco needs a QB, a flex, and a tight end. Tua and Fields, well, definitely Tua. Definitely Tua. Achane, Hollywood, Elijah Moore. So a flex and a tight end. Okay, so one flex out of these. Achane, Hollywood, Elijah Moore, DJ Moore, Hollywood again. Saquon, if available. I mean, obviously it would be Saquon if he plays, but you can't wait till Monday. You can't wait till Monday because if he doesn't play, all your flexes have already played. So you can't do Saquon. Unless we hear something, on Saturday or Sunday that he's going to play, then you can do Saquon. I mean, I think it has to be Achane. Like, I'm fully ready for him to bust this week. Fully ready for it. He just screams bust this week. Tough matchup. Just came off a random, humongous game out of nowhere that nobody saw coming. Ahmed back. I mean, he just screams like he's going to bust this week. But at the same time, you got to find out. Because he has the potential, anytime he touches the ball, he has the potential to go to the house. So I think out of these guys, I'm just going Achane. Just going Achane. And then Muth or Musgrave, I'm still going Muth. He's got 2 touchdowns this year. He's getting red zone targets finally. I do like Musgrave. Maybe tonight's the night, but just give me Muth. Just give me Muth. All right. Oso Fazo, pick 2 running backs, 1 wide receiver, and 1 running back to flex. All right, so 2 RBs. We got Alexander Mattison, Zach Moss, Aaron Jones, Ramondre Rashawn. I think you got to go Zach Moss and Aaron Jones. I mean, you can't be scared of Zach Moss against the Rams, and he's getting like every touch. I think you got to play Aaron Jones tonight. So those are your 2 running backs. Let's see. 1 wide receiver, running back. So then your flex would be either Alexander Mattison, Ramondre Stevenson, Rashawn, Tank Dell, or Tutu. I'm probably just going to go Tank Dell. I like his upside this week. I don't expect a big Ramondre game this week against Dallas. Obviously, good defense. I expect Zeke to run the hardest he's run in like 5 years against his old team. Potential Rashawn Boom week. I don't think so. I told you guys, you're going to know all my sneaky starts by the end of this stream. I got Khalil Herbert in the sneaky starts tomorrow because it looks like when you look at it, you think like, well, Rashawn's getting most of the touches. But if you actually look at it, when the score is within a touchdown, Khalil Herbert is at like a 75% snap share, 70% snap share, 70% touch share. It's just they're getting blown out every week. This could be a game where it's actually not a total blowout. Because the Broncos defense is bad. So maybe the Bears will actually score. So I kind of like Herbert a little bit this week. So I don't see a Rashawn Boom week this week, personally. All right, let's go. Ricky Bobby, if you're not first, you're last. Montgomery or Javonte? I actually asked her this question earlier. I'm going to give a slight edge to Javonte just because of the matchup. I mean, Monty is a safer pick. If you're like, look, I just want my points. I don't want to like get burned. Then you go Monty. But Javante's got such a good matchup. He's getting the touches. No, he doesn't look great, but against the Bears, doesn't matter. Probably not. So I'm going to go Javante. All right, J.O., Hopkins, Sharp, Mitchell, and Javante are my flex options. I think I agree with you. I think I got to go Javante here. Sharp is interesting, but I mean, like, he's pretty risky. Same with Mitchell. Hopkins, I mean, what are we getting? Hopkins, one of those guys I just was not drafting. Always felt like a floor play to me this year. That's all he's going to be, is a floor play. I don't think he will even if Javante doesn't have a big game, I don't think Hopkins is going to significantly outscore Javante. Yeah, just give me Javante in that matchup. All right, quick swig of water here. All right. Colton Boyd. Start 3 between Amon-Ra St. Brown, Puka Nacua, Tank Dell, Lockett, Watson. Well, you got to start St. Brown. You got to start Puka. Until Cup comes back, Puka's a must start. And then I'm going Lockett here. I know it's tempting to put Dell or Watson in, but Lockett against the Giants, I mean, that is a boom spot for Lockett. We know this guy on any given week can win you your matchup. Give me Lockett. Give me Lockett as your third here. Other John, what's up? I feel like I haven't seen you in a bit. What's up, Other John? How you been? Half point PPR, Gibbs or Monty? In half point, give me Monty. Give me Monty tonight in half point, because that kind of hurts Gibbs a little bit. Monty will get more work. He'll get more chances to score. So in half point, I'm going Monty. Mike B, what's up? DJ Chark or Shaheed in the flex? I mean, if Andy Dalton was playing, I would be like DJ Chark, no questions asked. But I'd probably still go DJ Chark. I don't know if I like Shaheed as much with Jameis as I do with Carr, as strange as that sounds. Chark going against the Vikings, too. I mean, Bryce Young being back certainly hurts, but I think I'm still going to go Chark here. I'm still going to go Chark. All right, what happened? My thing just wigged out. It wigs out sometimes. Where are we at here? Here we go. Okay, we're back. We got Rodney. What is up, Rodney? 12-team PPR needs a wide receiver 3 and 2. I'm going to assume a wide receiver 3 and 2 flex, not 3 wide receivers and 2 flex. And yeah, you don't even have 5. Okay, yeah. So wide receiver 3 and 2 flexes. Ayuk, Dobbs, Osborne, definitely Ayuk. Like, Ayuk's not a guy where we're like, he's the no doubt must start, but Ayuk's one of those guys. I'd have to have really good options to sit Ayuk. So I'm going Ayuk. And then 2 flexes. I mean, not Njoku. I don't know what tight ends are on your waiver wire, Rodney, but if there's anybody good like Luke Musgrave, you can drop in Njoku. Total bust. So we got Dobbs, Osborne, Monty, Woods, Calvin Austin. There we go. And Elijah Mitchell. I'm not feeling Osborne this week. I liked him last week as a sneaky start. I mean, he came through with a touchdown, but he did nothing outside of that. Not liking him this week. I think I'm going Monty and Dobbs. Woods is a safer choice over Dobbs. You know he'll get like 6 to 8 targets and get you points, but he doesn't have a lot of upside. So for me, I'm going Monty and Dobbs. But if you want a safer option, go Monty and Woods. So Ayuki, your wide receiver 3, and then Monty and Dobbs, or go safer, Monty and Woods. And thank you, by the way. Thanks for being on. Thanks for everybody for being on, by the way. Appreciate you. All right, Colton Boyd, start 2. Bijan. Can't start Najee. I know it's the Texans, and it's like, start your running back. It should be, so it's like, start your running backs against the Texans, and there's like a little asterisk, and then you look down below the fine print, unless your running backs play for Pittsburgh. So Bijan, Najee, Gus Edwards, or Rashawn. Oh, man, but now, because Gus Edwards might not even play. He's still in the concussion protocol, isn't he? Is he out? Is he out of the protocol? And I saw Justice Hill was back at practice. Actually, he was back up. He was a full participant today, so maybe he'll play. But look, Justice Hill is back. And it's the Browns, one of the best defenses. You can't feel good about Gus. Oh, man, do I have to go with Najee? I mean, maybe just gamble on Rashawn against the Broncos. It's brutal. Yeah, maybe just go Bijan and Rashawn. Or you can go Najee if you think he can do it against Houston. All right, Sir Boomer. I offered Connor, Puka, and Judy for CMC. Fair. It depends. For me, not fair. For people who think Cooper Kupp's never coming back and Puka's going to be the guy, and it might be fair because Connor's been awesome. My guess is it'll get turned down, but you never know. You never know. All right, Travis, what's up? 12-point half PPR. Should I trade Henry and Dobbs for T. Higgins and Pacheco? I do this. I mean, look, you can say what you want about T. Higgins. He had a bad week 1. He had a bad week 2 with some drops, but we know this guy, what he can do on any given week, like what he did in week 2. Are we really convinced Derrick Henry is going to be any better than T. Higgins? Probably not. And then you're getting Pacheco for Dobbs. That seems very fair. So you got Walker, B-Rob, Justice, and Kelly. That's not great. But if you need wide receiver help, you'll have Pacheco now. So, yeah, I think this is a very fair deal. Very fair. Might even benefit you if Henry really is dust, which he might be. All right, Byzinski, Ingram or Pickens PPR? I think you got to go Pickens still. You really want T-Law, Ridley, and Ingram? You want to be just all in on the Jags this week? I do like Ingram as a tight end. But look, it's the Texans. It's if Pickens doesn't at least, look, he might not go off, but he should at least have a good game against the Texans. Give me Pickens. Sir Boomer again. Connor or Sanders, 12 team? I'm going Sanders. I really like Sanders this week. He's in a great matchup. He's getting great volume. I think he has a really nice game. I know Connor's tough to bench right now, but he's going up against 49ers on the road in San Fran. I like Sanders. I'm going Sanders. All right, Michael Barton, what is up? Drop one. Josh Palmer, Quentin Johnson, Zay Flowers, Jahan Dotson, Rashad White, or Isaiah Pacheco. Well, I don't really want to drop any of these guys, but if you have to drop one for some reason, I guess it's Dotson. He's probably the guy no one's going to run out to pick up. So, yeah, I guess Dotson. I don't really want to drop any of these guys, but if we have to drop one, I guess it's him. Did we just get some kind of notification from? Oh, okay. No, never mind. All right. Let's keep going. I thought we got a notification about an injury, but it was not. All right, Mary Jo, what's up? Goff or Fields? Give me Goff. I know it's not a great matchup for Goff, but just give me Goff. He's been good. Let me see it from Fields. Don't drop Fields. Put him on your bench, but give me Goff. Terminator back for more. I almost didn't. I'll be back, but I don't want to embarrass myself. All right, should I bench Josh Jacobs? No. Zach Moss and Aaron Jones are my starters this week, PPR. I feel like Jacobs is I'm not giving up on Jacobs yet. 10th in carries, 14 targets, 10 catches, 5th most rushes inside the 5-yard line. The opportunity has been there. The results have not. It's the Chargers. If he doesn't come through this week, okay, then we're like in full-fledged panic mode. But for right now, I still like Josh Jacobs. David, Derrick Henry, Aaron Jones, James Cook, Michael Pittman, start 3. I think I'm benching Henry. It's crazy. What's the upside for Henry right now? Touchdown, right? He's got to score. This offensive line looks terrible. The defense looks terrible. I don't think Aaron Jones is in a bad spot. I like James Cook a lot. I'm going to assume it's PPR. If it's not PPR for standard scoring, then bench Pittman and play the running backs. But if it's PPR, Pittman looks great. He's got a good matchup this week. I'm going Aaron Jones, Cook, and Pittman, personally. SB, which 3 wide receivers should I start? Pittman, Hollywood, Jerry Jeudy, Adam Thielen, Tank Dell. I'm going Pittman and Dell are the 2 I really like. I probably would have actually said Adam Thielen if it was Andy Dalton this week. But I'm very worried about Adam Thielen. Let me look. Maybe I'm overreacting here. Let me look. What did he do? I mean, let's look at Adam Thielen's game logs this year. So week 1, Bryce Young against Atlanta, 2 targets, 2 catches. Week 2 against New Orleans, granted tough defense, did have 9 targets, 7 catches, 54 yards. He found the end zone. But then last week, of course, with Andy Dalton, 14 targets, 11 catches. Like, come on. He does have a great matchup this week, though. It's close between him and Judy. If it's me, I'm probably going Judy. Just because Bryce Young is back. I don't feel nearly as good about Thielen now. So I'm going Pittman, Judy, and Dell. Because Judy has a great matchup, too, against Bears. And Russ has actually looked pretty good, believe it or not. All right, Jawan Flythe, Sanders or Monty full PPR. Give me Sanders. I love Sanders this week. I'm probably too high on Sanders this week, but he's in a great matchup against the Vikings. He's getting the run. I think it's going to be a really good Sanders week. Give me Sanders. Fields, Stafford, or Winston? Well, I cannot start Winston. I can't do it. Stafford is interesting against Colts. I might go Stafford over Fields. Don't drop Fields. Bench him. He might go off. But, I mean, he might do nothing. So, just give me Stafford. Don't drop Fields, though. Like, don't drop him and pick up Stafford. If you have to drop him, just keep him. All right, JJ Hernandez. It is Halloween. Jason making an appearance. See if I can find your question, JJ. See if I see it anywhere. I'll scroll down a little bit. Do I see your question here? I don't see a question for you, JJ. Maybe I'll get to it in a bit. I'll look for it. I will obviously remember you because you got the hockey mask. All right. So then we got Ahmad again. Trade Derrick Henry for Flowers and Addison. I'm assuming if you're going to do this deal, you have other good running backs like Derrick Henry. Like you don't have Derrick Henry and then Rachaad White and I don't know, Alexander Mattison. Like if those guys are your 2 running backs, then I don't do this. But if you have other capable running backs that you feel good about, like maybe you have James Conner, maybe you have Kyron Williams, maybe you have David Montgomery, you have a few of those guys, then yeah, you could do this. I think it's fair. All right, we got Flagrant Productions. Super chat. Don't see a question. Let me look here. See if I see your actual question. Appreciate the super chat, but see if I find it anywhere. I don't see it, so I will look for it as I'm scrolling. Drop it in the. If you didn't, drop it in the chat. You don't have to super chat. All right, Pedro, QB, Purdy or Burrow. This is easily Burrow for me. So if you guys were here last week, we got a lot of Deshaun Watson questions. And we said, you have to trust him one more time at home against the Titans. And what happened? He came through. He looked great. Now who plays the Titans? Joe Burrow. You gotta give him another shot this week against the Titans. It's too good of a matchup. I do like Purdy this week. I will say that. But Burrow against the Titans, I'm starting him for sure. For sure. All right, Jonathan, should I offer Evans, Waller, Tua, Jalen Warren, like half your team, for Kelsey, Gibbs, and Elijah Mitchell? I don't really, okay, you're getting Kelsey. I guess. I guess you're getting Kelsey. You're getting Gibbs. You don't need Tua. You have Mahomes. Yeah, sure. I think it's fine. I don't know if it'll get accepted, but I don't think it's horrible. It depends how badly this guy needs Mike Evans and Tua. If he really needs Mike Evans and Tua, it might do it. Or Mike Evans, Pacheco for Jacobs. I would prefer that one. I still believe Josh Jacobs can be a top 5 running back this year, but I think either one are fine. All right, here's Flagrant Productions question. Gibbs, Rachaad White, Brian Robinson, DeAndre Swift, start 2. Well, you got to start Swift. Swift looks awesome. Got to start Swift. And then I'm going, I think I'm going Brian Robinson over Gibbs with Montgomery back tonight. Obviously, I keep saying I'm not starting Rachaad White. Like I'm just not doing it. So, I mean, it's not a great spot for Robinson. It's actually a brutal spot. But I'm not feeling a big Gibbs game with Monty back. So I'm going to go Swift and Robinson. All right, Skyward 4. Got Hurts, Bijan Javonte, Garrett Wilson, McLaurin, Dameon Pierce, Kirk Kincaid. Oh, man. I got Atwell, Kelly. You could drop Kelly. Ferguson, Cooks, and Dobbs on the bench. 2 flex, half PPR. I'm 1 and 2. Yeah, I mean, Garrett Wilson looks like a bust. Javonte's been a bust. McLaurin's mostly been a bust. Pierce has been a bust. I mean, Kincaid's been a bust. I see why you're 1 and 2 for sure. But I mean, like, man. I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, play Atwell over Garrett. Play Ferguson over Kincaid. Drop Kelly. Pick up anybody with any decent value. I think Javonte can be okay this week. And then, I mean, I don't like. Can you try to package Dameon? I would maybe try to package Dameon Pierce and Romeo Dobbs and get like another wide receiver. I mean, you got Hurts, Bijan. I mean, you probably really need running back, actually. Can you package like Dobbs and Pierce and maybe get like a David Montgomery? Somebody who doesn't have a lot of value right now, but is serviceable. Because you got Kirk. I mean, but even Atwell. Like, what's Atwell's value going to be when Kupp comes back? Not much. Maybe even try to trade Atwell now. But I would try to do that. Package Pierce and Atwell, Pierce and Dobbs, and get a running back upgrade. I mean, like I said, even if you can get like a David Montgomery, or if you can get like I don't know if you can get a James Conner right now. He's been good. But somebody like that. But yeah, I definitely see why you're 1 and 2. This team, a lot of misses. So, and like Garrett Wilson, I mean, that was bad luck. McLaurin, it just looks like Sam Darnold isn't that guy. That Texas offensive line looks horrible. But for your lineup this week, I would go Hurts, Bijan, Javonte, Kirk, Atwell, Dobbs, and then I guess McLaurin as my other flex. And then Ferguson over Kincaid. But try to make those trades if you can. But good luck. Good luck. All right, Bobby Brook again. What's up? PPR traded away Jason and Warren for Elijah Moore and Dillon. I mean, I don't hate it. I mean, Warren and Dillon, whatever. Probably slightly prefer Elijah Moore right now. Seems fine. It's like a trade for me. It's like about it. Yeah. It's got Deshaun Watson and Love. Running backs, Aaron Jones, Bijan Sharps, Wyatt Pillen. I'm not 100% happy. I mean, you got pretty good running backs. You got really good. I mean, you got Swift, you got Aaron Jones, you got Bijan, you're good. You got Allen, who now looks like Keenan Allen now might like be a top 5 wide receiver. You got Watson, Pickson. Yeah, I'd be pretty happy with this team, especially when Kyler comes back. I'd be happy with that team. All right, Mark Maloney, trade Christian Watson for Kyron. Need a running back bad. I mean, look, Kyron's not a guy I want to trade for. I'm very nervous about Kyron long term. First of all, he's 190-something pounds. Is he really going to hold up to playing every snap and punt returns? That worries me. But also, I've gone back. I've watched Kyron because I'm like, maybe I'm just a hater. Let me go watch him. He's fine. He gets exactly what is blocked. He doesn't get you more than what is blocked. He rarely gets you less than what is blocked. He just gets exactly what is blocked. If there's no blocking, he gets you nothing. If there's some blocking, he gets you some. If there's good blocking, he gets you okay. But I'm just worried that, like, as the season goes on, either A, he's going to just completely wear down, B, he's going to get hurt, or C, Sean McVay is going to be like, this guy's not cutting it. I need to go to somebody else. So, I mean, I know you say you need a running back bad. I don't think it's like completely one-sided, but I would have preferred Watson long term. But in the short term, Kyron will probably be very good for you. So, All right, Ian needs 2 between Swift, Kamara, Pickens, Ridley. I'm going Swift and Ridley. I don't feel a big Kamara game. I like Pickens this week, but I mean, what's his upside in this offense? He's got to rip off like a long touchdown like he did in week 2, which he can do. So I still believe in Ridley. I think he's got to get better. Maybe against his old team, he just goes off. I don't know. Give me Swift and Ridley this week. All right, Ahmad again. Should I start Pittman or Ridley? This is closer for me because Pittman's been great. It doesn't even matter who the quarterback is. We're going to get Anthony Richardson. He's got a good matchup against the Rams. I'll say Pittman is safer. Ridley has the upside. So go with what you prefer. If you just want like, hey, I just want a guy who won't like kill me like Ridley's been doing, go with Pittman. If you're willing to bank on Ridley again, go with Ridley. He's got the upside. All right, C. Stooks. Christian Watson, Pickens, Thielen, and Sutton. Sutton also interesting this week against the Bears. He's been getting the bulk of the targets, getting end zone targets. Man, but it's hard to bench Christian Watson with that upside, but maybe you don't have to risk it tonight on the short week with Christian Watson. Maybe just go Pickens and Sutton. Both in good spots, both have upside. I'll go Pickens and Sutton. But if you're like, I don't want to start Sutton, then I like Christian Watson too. He's riskier, but he has upside. That makes sense. All right, Moses. Sorry, I'm sure I said that wrong. I apologize. My apologies. 12-man full PPR. I got Herbert, Stevenson, Mostert, White, Gibbs, Tyreek Hill, Christian Kirk, Christian Watson, Jordan Addison, Odell, Jameson, Laporta, Ferguson, and then those guys. Okay. Not sure what your question is. Not sure if we're like rating this. For start sitting here. I'll just give you my lineup. If it's like 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, and a flex, I definitely do Mostert. I probably do Stevenson, I guess. It's close between him and Gibbs, but I mean, Gibbs had all the touches last week, barely did anything. I'll go Stevenson and Mostert. Obviously, you're going Tyreek Hill. And then I think you got to go Christian Kirk. He's in a good spot this week. He has tremendous upside. And then if you need a flex, I would probably flex Watson. If you want to flex Addison, I'm okay with that too. They both have upside. They both have risk. Addison's healthy. So Addison or Watson. And then you got to go Laporta at tight end. Got to go Laporta. All right, let's keep it moving here. We got Jose, what's up? Full PPR. Start 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, and a flex. Got Bijan. I'm assuming that's supposed to be Brian Robinson, Achane, and Rashawn. Well, I think you got to go Bijan and Achane. I mean, it's not like Brian Robinson's in a great spot. You got to gamble on that upside. So give me Bijan and Achane. 2 wide receivers. You got Olave, Del, Puka, London, Addison, Hollywood. You got to go Olave and Puka. I know Puka didn't have a big game last week. Maybe it's over. Maybe the Puka mania is over already. But I'm going to find out. So give me Olave and Puka. And then 1 flex. It's full PPR. I'm going Dell. I do like Addison. But Dell in such a good spot this week. Give me Dell. Give me Dell for the upside. Addison maybe a little safe. I don't even know if Addison's safer, honestly. Just give me Dell. Give me Dell at the flex. Good luck. Appreciate it. All right, Bobby again. I missed your thoughts on Mingo. Is he? Yeah, I definitely think he's a good stash. From England. All right, appreciate it, and happy we've been able to help you. It's always good to hear because that's we don't always get it right, but we're trying our best. We want everybody to win. We want all of our answers to be correct. We want you guys to all make the best decisions. It's hard. We don't always get it right, but we do our best. So if you look at the games of Bryce Young, Mingo had 5 targets, 8 targets, and then only 6 last week with Andy Dalton. So I like Mingo. Don't start him. Stash him. All right, Christian Gonzalez, what is up? Pitt's trade value? Like, I don't think Pitt's has much trade value right now. I mean, who's trading? Who's actively trading for Pitts? I'm sure there are people out there, but you're not going to get a lot. Like, what are you going to get for him? Like a bench running back, maybe a bench wide receiver? Like, yeah, not a lot of value. So you're saying drop Kyle Pitts for Jordan Love if you have Fields? I mean, the only thing with dropping a guy like Pitts is like if he goes out there this week and has like 4 catches and a touchdown, you're not getting Pitts back. Like he's going to be like one of the top waiver claims. So and there's nobody else you could drop to pick up Love. He's certain. I mean, Pitts is getting droppable. I'm not saying it's completely out of the question. It's just I always try to think like let's say you drop like I don't know, you drop like Elijah Mitchell. If Christian McCaffrey doesn't get hurt, Elijah Mitchell is going to be sitting there for you on Tuesday when waivers run again. If you drop Pitts and Pitts goes out there and catches a touchdown and has like 4 catches for 60 yards and a touchdown, you're not getting Pitts back. You're just not. Unless you have like, you're willing to drop a bunch of fab or use your number 1 claim or something if you even have it. So that's kind of what I think when I'm making decisions like this. Like, I don't think Pitts is completely undroppable, but you would really regret dropping Pitts if he has a good game this week. So if you have to, I guess you have to, but I'd look for somebody else if you could. All right, Clay Daddy 25, half PPR flex, Kamara, Addison, Flowers, Watson, Palmer. I think here I'm going Palmer. Like I like Watson. I'm not completely off Watson. I'm starting Watson in a couple leagues tonight where I have him. But I feel good about Palmer. He's not coming off a hamstring strain. He's going against the Raiders. We don't have to worry about like, is he going to be severely limited? Just go with the safer guy who I think also has upside, and that is Palmer. So give me Palmer out of these guys. All right, Joel, what's going on? Half PPR, Tank Dell or Addison at the flex. This is really close. This one's really close for me. I mean, Addison's probably I don't even know if Addison is your safer option, to be honest. I actually have this exact decision in my home league, and I haven't even decided yet. And I probably won't even decide till Sunday morning. I don't know. My gut is telling me Tank. But I also feel like it could be an Addison week. He really got involved. I mean, he didn't have last week I had him as a boom. Everything was there for him to boom. It just didn't happen. He had 8 targets. He had an end zone target. It just didn't happen in a really good matchup. I don't know. Right now, I'm probably going Tank. You ask me on Sunday, I might say Addison. This is very close for me. Right now, I'm probably going Tank. All right, Jacob, half PPR guillotine. Nice. Gibbs or Ramondre, this is really close for me. I don't see either guy having a big game. It's half PPR. I mean, that probably hurts Gibbs a little bit. I'm probably going to go Ramondre in half PPR, but it's very close. I don't really see either having a big game tonight or this week. Obviously, only one place tonight. All right, where are we at here? Michael, what is up, Michael? Good to see you. 2 running back, 1 flex. Rachaad White, Achane, Gus, Gallup, Donovan Peoples-Jones. Well, I can't start Rachaad White, but man, you might have to. I mean, Achane is like the obvious one here. Gus or Rachaad White. I mean, Gus was a full participant at practice today. He's still in the concussion protocol. Justice Hill practiced, so he'll probably be back. It's not a great matchup against Cleveland, but he could score. Rachaad White against the Saints on the road. I mean, could he even score? I mean, probably not. I guess I'm going Achane and Gus. Ugh, man. And then I guess I got to go Gallup against the Cardinals. I mean, not against the Cardinals. No, it's not a good. I don't know. Patriots, not a good matchup for them. But Peoples-Jones against the Ravens. I'll go Gallup. I'll go Achane, Gus, and Gallup. Whew, rough on those streets, Michael. Rough. All right, cap for life, gentlemen. My running back 2 spot is slim pickings. A lot of people are in the same boat. Do I bench Herbert for Spears or Dowdle or Murray versus Miami? No, I like Herbert this week, actually. Hold on. He's going to be in my sneaky starts video tomorrow. Now, if you want to know my track record on the sneaky starts, I said in week 1, I forget who I had week 1. I had Zach Moss week 2. He was great. I had Gus last week, but he had 50 yards before the concussion. He probably would have gone for 100 yards and he might have scored. So I guess the jury's still out there. So this week I got Herbert. So I like him this week. I think it'll be a closer game. In closer games, he gets more of the run. It's the Broncos. I'm going Herbert over these guys. I'm going Herbert. And then Goddard or Musgrave, I don't know if I'm ready to bench Goddard for Musgrave yet. It's getting very close. It's getting very close. We might not have Goddard on the must starts next week. He might not be a no doubt must start. We might be down to like 4 tight ends by next week. Brutal. Look, I'll say this. Musgrave has more upside. So I don't think Goddard necessarily has a way bigger, higher floor than Musgrave either. I might just gamble on Musgrave. I might do it, honestly. All right, Manny, Gus Edwards, Rashawn Johnson. Just give me Rashawn against the Broncos. Not feeling Gus Edwards with Justice Hill back against the Browns. Not feeling it. Maybe he'll score, but I'd rather risk it with Rashawn. Give me Rashawn. All right, Juice 420 again. 14-team PPR. All right, he's got a lot of players there. I'm not going to read them all off. Any last-minute changes? All right, let's see. T-Law. Well, first of all, let's see your bench. You got Stevenson, Addison, Rashawn, Dell, and Michael Thomas. Apparently, Pierre believes too because he put him on the Booms video. All right, CMC, Kyron Williams. Okay, not benching them. Diggs, Sun God, not benching them. Musgrave, not benching him. Flex, Waddle. No, you're good. I'm not. Yeah, I can't put any of these guys in over any of these players. Yeah, I still like T-Law this week over Stafford. Looks good, man. Very good team for 14-team league, by the way. Very good team. Well done. Well done. All right, let's keep it moving. We got Shane Smith. Would you trade Mike Evans while he's hot for Watson? Yes, but I feel like you could probably get more. Like Watson and maybe like a low-end RB2 or something like that because he is hot. I still prefer Watson rest of the season, but I feel like you can get more. Try to get more. Obviously, you got to do it quick because the game's starting soon. All right, Colin Smith, pick 2 in PPR. Montgomery, Elijah Moore, Warren. I think you got to go Montgomery here. He's going to get the most touches. He has a chance to score. He'll catch a pass or two. I think I might have to gamble with Warren. He's catching. I mean, look, Elijah Moore, he's catching passes. His passes aren't really any deeper than Warren's, and Warren gets Houston. Elijah Moore against the Browns. Against the Ravens. That doesn't excite me. I'll go Monty and Warren. Monty and Warren. All right, we're getting this one a lot, so I'm going to answer it. It's not a super chat, but stash Jamison Williams. I'm not. I mean, coming back week 7, had barely no preseason, has barely played in the NFL. I'm not stashing him. Not stashing him. All right, BK. Start Russell Wilson or Anthony Richardson. I got to go Richardson. I do like Russ this week. But I still got to go Anthony Richardson. The guy can score from anywhere on the field, a rushing touchdown. It's like you get like a QB2 and an RB1 in the same guy. Give me Richardson. All right, let's keep going. Jacob Crockett, what is up? I don't see your question, and I still haven't seen JJ earlier. The hockey mask. Let's see if we get to your question here, Jacob. There it is. I got it right here, Jacob. I see you. Fields or Richardson? Definitely Richardson this week. Definitely Richardson. Waller or Laporta? Ooh. This is tough. I mean, it's hard to bench Laporta right now. It's hard to bench him. Waller is in a smash spot, though, but I think you got to keep rolling with Laporta. I can't bench Laporta right now. Looking too good. Sir Boomer, Henry, or Frymuth PPR? I got to go Henry. I can't. Frymuth is a tight end. He's basically got to score. Got to go Henry. I'm not that low on Henry. Got to go Henry. Rise above. What's up? Would you trade Pittman and Atwell for Chase? Yes. 100%. 100%. 1,000%. If you're getting Chase, absolutely. I mean, I like Pittman, but I mean, come on, he doesn't have the upside of Chase. And Atwell, like I said, what is going to happen to Atwell when Kupp comes back? Maybe Puka will be okay with Kupp, but do we really think Atwell is going to be okay with Kupp? Yeah. Huge win for you here. Huge win. All right, well, sometimes flattery works. Love the content, Chris. Thank you. Fields or Russ? I'm going Russ this week. Maybe I'm crazy, but I think Russ can have a top 10 QB week. I'm going Russ. All right, Jorge, I need one running back for today's game. Gibbs or Aaron Jones? Got to be Aaron Jones. Gibbs, Monty's playing. That hurts Gibbs to a degree. Yeah, it's got to be Aaron Jones tonight for sure. For sure there. Keep going here. We got Luis, Burrow or Love. No, I mean, definitely Burrow. Again, going to say the same thing we were saying about Watson last week. You got to give Burrow another chance. It's the Titans. They're just horrible against the pass. You got to give Burrow another shot this week. Got to be Burrow. All right, Tyler, how's it going? Good to see you. Start Goff, Fields, or Burrow. I mean, like I just said. Yeah, you don't have to worry about Alexander because he's out, but it doesn't matter. You got to start Burrow against the Titans. It's just too good of a spot. Got to go Burrow. If it doesn't work out, if he doesn't do it against the Titans this week, then like we were saying about Watson last week, then we're in full-fledged panic mode, but you got to give him a shot. Like, look, Deshaun Watson just went from a guy nobody wanted to start to a guy that everybody's like, oh, he's like an auto start because he played the Titans. All right, Luis again. Sanders, Achane, Dell, or Breece Hall in the flex. This is standard scoring. I mean, it's hard to bench Achane. It really is, but I really like Sanders this week. He's safer. Don't hate me if Achane goes for 200 yards again. I mean, I don't think he will, but if he does, I'm going Sanders personally. I'm going Sanders. And then where are we at here? Because we got about 45 minutes till game time, and I want to make sure I don't fall behind. I'm pretty far behind right now. About 30 minutes behind. All right, got to pick it up here a little bit. I got to pick it up. All right. Ty Fields, CJ Stroud, Fields, or Geno? I think I'm still going Stroud. I do like Geno. I think Geno's a good option this week, but I like Stroud. They're throwing it a ton. They're going to have to throw it a ton again. Give me Stroud. All right, Juan Jacinto, 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. Love, Pollard, Gibbs, JT, Moss, Tyreek Hill, Ridley, Olave. Well, AJ Brown. Oh, man. Well, I think you got to start Tyreek Hill, you got to start Olave, and then you got to flex AJ Brown. So there's one of your flexes. I think you got to play Pollard and Moss at running back. Collins, Laporta. I'm flexing Ridley. I'm going Pollard, Moss. I'm assuming it's PPR. I'm going Pollard, Moss. I'm going Hill, Olave, AJ Brown, Ridley at flex. Trade Olave, AJ Brown for Jefferson and Lockett. Ooh, boy. I don't think so. I mean, especially 2 wide receiver, 2 flex. You got to start 4 of these guys. I mean, you're still getting 2 wide receivers, but I don't think Olave and AJ Brown to me are no doubt must starts. Like JJ's tremendous. He's tremendous. Lockett's kind of boom busty. I think I keep Olave and AJ Brown, but it's a good offer. It's not a terrible offer. All right, Bobby, thoughts on Logan? It's like, have you guys read my notes? For the sneaky starts, I have Logan Thomas on the sneaky starts tomorrow. Think he's a sneaky start. Think he's a sneaky start for sure. If you're desperate at tight end, you could do worse than Logan Thomas this week. All right, Ricky Bobby, Josh Reynolds or Garrett Wilson. Josh Reynolds with the big old goose egg last week, played 75% of the snaps, didn't even get targeted. Was he just a decoy? Or Garrett Wilson, London, or Achane? Just go Achane. Just go Achane. He's got the upside. He should still be involved because of what he did last week. Just go Achane. Just go Achane. Don't risk it. All right, Yuya Oda. Should I play Aaron Jones? I mean, maybe. It depends. You got Rachaad White, Pollard, James Cook, Swift, and Achane. I mean, I don't know how many of these guys you're starting, so I'll just give you my order. Pollard is no doubt number 1. Swift is number 2. I guess I'm going to go Cook at 3. I mean, I want to say Aaron Jones over Achane, but it's hard to bench Achane, so I'll go Achane, Aaron Jones. So that's my order. But Pollard and Swift are like must. You could maybe talk me into Aaron Jones over Cook. So I don't know how many of those guys you got to start, but there's my order. So now you know if you start 2, start Pollard and Swift. If you start 3, I'm probably going James Cook, but Aaron Jones looks good too. Maybe Aaron Jones. Sir Boomer again. Puka over Connor, flex PPR. Yes. Puka for me. Got to be in. So Tyler saying, sorry, Burrow, Fields or Goff. So is this like super flex? So now you need between Fields or Goff. If that's the case, I'm going Goff. Burrow over both. If it's super flex, Goff over Fields. All right, let's keep going. Briggs Oakley. 1 point PPR, Jaden Reed or Rashawn Johnson. I think I got to go Reed still. I'm not feeling a big Johnson game. I mean, no, it's the Broncos, and they just gave up 1,000 yards to the Dolphins running backs, but it's still the Bears offense. Like, it's not the Dolphins offense. I like Jaden Reed. I'm going Jaden Reed here. All right, Adante, have Hurts, James Cook. All right, should I trade Alvin Kamara and Laporta for Pollard? Yes. Do it. You got Mark Andrews on your bench. Like, yeah, you're getting a no doubt RB. You're getting a huge running back upgrade here, and you just pivot to Andrews. Definitely do that if you can. Or Hurts, A.K. Laporta for CMC. Yes, you do that too. Like, I don't know. Do you have another QB here? I don't see another QB, but who cares? Okay, but look, you're saying for CMC and maybe Tua or Lamar Jackson. I mean, look, if you can get CMC and Lamar Jackson or Tua, you do it. But even if you can't, I mean, look, if the guy has Tua and Lamar Jackson, he's probably not – he's going to be like, I don't really need Hurts. But if he's willing to give you one of those guys in CMC, yeah, you have to do this. You have to. Either one of those trades would be great for you. Either one would be great for you. All right, Shane, start 1 for RB2 slot. Moss, Monty, Ford, Aaron Jones. Ooh. It's so hard to bench Aaron Jones, but, man, Moss has been looking great. Gets the Rams this week. That can't scare you. I mean, I think if it's me, I'm going Aaron Jones. He's just such a tough guy to bench. But I get it if you want to go Moss. Look, Aaron Jones coming off a hamstring, short week. You don't want to risk it. You go Moss. I'm okay with that too. Who to flex? Christian Watson, Garrett Wilson, Robert Woods. In this case, I'm just going to go. Actually, you know what? Play Aaron Jones and flex Moss, actually. Play Aaron Jones and flex Moss. Look, maybe Christian Watson has a huge game tonight. He always can, but you don't really need to risk it. Robert Woods, no ceiling. Garrett Wilson, no quarterback. Go Moss and Aaron Jones. I like that. Connor and Devonta Smith for CMC. I mean, if you can get CMC, you get CMC. I like Devonta Smith. I like Connor, but come on. CMC looks like an absolute league winner if he stays healthy. If you can get CMC, you get CMC here. Definitely. Definitely. All right, Flirtsy, what's up? Hey, Chris, PPR League. Start Dak or Watson? Got to go Watson. Dak in a brutal spot this week against New England. Give me Watson. Not like he's in a great spot, but I'll take Watson. Got CMC and Swift. I'm thinking of Flex or Mondre, but I'm also thinking Nico. I think in PPR, I'm going to go Nico this week. I don't love Ramondre against the Cowboys. And like I said, I think Zeke is going to have like some crazy throwback game because it's the Cowboys. So I'm going to flex Nico. All right, Carl again. Pick 2 flex between Achane, Kyron, London, or DJ. I think you got to go the 2 running backs. Nice. Got Devonta Smith and Ridley. Nice. I think you got to go the 2 running backs here. Can't trust London. Can't trust DJ Moore. Just give me the 2 running backs. Give me the 2 running backs here. Joel, are we starting Watson? I mean, yeah. I'm not like, yeah, depending on your options. I don't think he's like a guy you have to bench. Chief Perp. Full PPR, Lamar, Chase, Ridley. Let's see. Okay, we got 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, 2 flex. All right, so let's go 2 running back. I'm a Jacobs and Swift. 2 wide receiver, Chase, Ridley. Oh, wait, you got Walker too? Oh, my goodness, man. Chase, Ridley, Myers, Thielen, Dell, Watson. I'm going Chase, Ridley at wide receiver. Oh, man. You got 2 flexes. I'm going Walker, Jacobs. Man, you got some good choices here. I can't really bench Walker this week. I can't bench Swift. I do like Dell. I do like Myers. I do like Watson. I do like Aaron Jones. But I think you got to go Kyron. He's playing every snap. He's getting targets. So I'm going Chase, Ridley, Walker, Jacobs, Kyron, Swift. But man, you got a lot of good players. Make some trades or something. You got a lot of good players, or just, relish in your riches. But it makes sits tough when you have all those choices, for real. If Debo is out this weekend, this is Johnny, by the way. What's up, Johnny? Do I start Nico, DJ Moore, or Ramondre? I think I'm going Nico. I still like his upside. Can't trust DJ Moore. And again, I think Ramondre will be okay this week, but not a big ceiling in this game. Whoops, almost missed Joe. Starting Zach Moss and Achane. Benching Stevenson, Gibbs, and White. Okay. Yep, that's what I would do. I don't know if you're going to get 20 apiece, but that's what I would do. Amy, don't see your question. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is, Amy. 10 team, 2 running back, a wide receiver, and a flex. Got Gibbs, Higgins, Thomas, Thielen, Laporta, Tua, Williams, Pickens, Lawrence, Monty, Dell, Collins, Osborne, Herbert, Moore on the waiver wire. So running back, you got Gibbs, Monty. That's it. Those are your only running backs. I mean, I'm still starting those guys over Herbert. Herbert's a sneaky start, not like a good start. So give me Gibbs. But you got a Williams there. I assume that's Javonte. I think I'm still going Gibbs. I might go Javonte over Monty, honestly. If that's Javonte, I go Gibbs and Javonte. I guess 2 wide receivers. Higgins, Thomas, Thielen, Pickens. I'm going Higgins and Pickens. But I know Pierre really... I might go Higgins and... I think I'm going Higgins and Pickens. I know Pierre really likes Thomas, but I don't know. I can't do it. I'm going Higgins and Pickens. And then at flex, I'd probably go Dell. Thielen. I'm trying to look here, make sure I'm not missing anybody because there's a bunch of people in here. I'm going Dell at flex. And then Laporta at tight end. Tua at QB. All right. I hope that was it. That was kind of hard to read. Not going to lie. Did my best there. It's kind of hard to figure out there. All right, Hernan. Gibbs or Godwin? I'll just go with Gibbs. Godwin has no upside. I mean, what is Godwin's upside right now? Just give me Gibbs. I'll bank on him a long run, a touchdown. Give me Gibbs. Flacco, what's going on? We got start 2, Gibbs, Kyron Williams, Miles Sanders, Javonte Williams. Well, I've already talked about how much I like Miles Sanders this week. I don't think you can bench Kyron. It's hard to bench a running back playing every snap, getting 6+ targets a game. So give me Sanders and Kyron. Stephen Moore, which 2 running backs to start? Gibbs, Monty, Mixon, Achane. Non-PPR. Man, Mixon against the Titans. I mean, have we seen any running back do anything against the Titans this year? No. I mean, I know he could score. Non-PPR, give me Monty. I know Mixon's tough to bench, especially in non-PPR, but I'm not really expecting him to do anything this week against the Titans. If it's my team, I'm going Monty and Achane. I mean, I'll just gamble on the upside of Achane. Maybe he busts, but I think Mixon can just as easily bust. What's my view of JT moving forward? Do you think he can't skip the year because his contract doesn't toll. It really comes down to like, do the Colts just not play him? Do the Colts just say like sit there on the bench? Like he has to be active. If he's not active, his contract doesn't toll, and then he's on the Colts again next year on the last year of his deal. So I'm still taking shots on him if I can. Now, look, if you're like I talked about a team earlier that was like 0-3, don't go trade for JT if you're 0-3. But if you're 3-0 and you want to gamble, I think it's worth it. All right, Al, Monty or Sanders for RB2? I keep talking about Sanders. I love Sanders this week. Great matchup, getting the usage. Give me Sanders. Bear Camp Cabin Rentals. What's up? Half PPR, pick 2 of these. We got Nico, Jacoby Myers, can't do Wilson or Ridley. I'm still going Ridley. I'm keeping the faith. Give me Ridley. And then if Jimmy G plays, give me Jacoby Myers. If Jimmy G doesn't play, I'll go Nico. And then pick one between Achane or Madison. I think you got to play Achane. Like you just have to. Like you can't run the risk of leaving all those points on your bench again. Maybe he busts, but I don't expect a big Madison game. So give me Achane. I'm trying to catch up here, guys. All right, Bobby, Mingo or Elijah Moore rest of the season. I think I still got to go Elijah Moore. He's got Deshaun Watson. He's a better player. I'm still going to go Elijah Moore. All right, Edgar, don't see a question. Let me see if I can find it down here. There it is. Needs 2 in standard scoring, James Cook, Monty, Swift, and Moss. Well, in this case, I'm going to go Swift and Moss. Because standard, I mean, look, James Cook has been racking up yards too, but like you can't bench Swift. Moss getting all the touches. He's got touchdown upside. Swift or Cook not getting goal line work. So in standard scoring, I'm going to go Swift and Moss. Falcon Beast. Start 2, Dobbs, Addison, Elijah Moore. Give me Dobbs and Addison. I'm just not expecting much from Elijah Moore this week. Tough matchup. Not getting downfield shots. Give me Dobbs and Addison. All right, Prime. Traded Patrick Mahomes and Isaiah Pacheco for Pollard Smith. You already had Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts. I'm assuming this is a drafted just QBs in the first 3 rounds in a 1 QB league. Was that like something your league did or something? I don't know. But look, you got Lamar Jackson, Hurts. You're going from Pacheco to Pollard and Mahomes. This is a huge win for you. Huge win for you. Well done. Huge win. All right, Chris, what's up? Chris, how you doing, Chris? Chris to Chris. All right, PPR start 3. Breece Hall, Watson, Ridley, Judy, Moss, Kirk. Not Hall. I think do you really want both? You might not want both Jags. I have both Ridley and Kirk in a lot of leagues because I was taking Ridley in like round 2 or 3, and I was taking Kirk in like round 5 or 6. I'll start them both. I don't care. I'm going Ridley, Kirk, Moss. Judy's interesting. I just don't know what his upside is. It is a good matchup. Moss getting so many touches. It's hard to bench Moss, and it's not a bad matchup. I'm going Ridley, Kirk, and Moss. But look, if you're like, I don't want to start 2 Jags, I'm okay with Ridley. I'm okay with Judy as well. Great story, bro. Andrews versus Browns or Laporta versus the Packers. I mean, it's so hard to bench Andrews, but it's also so hard to bench Laporta right now. It's not a great matchup for Andrews. I don't want to get like too overreacting here. But maybe just go Laporta. It's not a great spot for Andrews. All right, Luis, standard league, flex position, Ford, Rashad White, or Kirk. I think in standard, I got to go Ford. He's getting red zone work. He's getting goal line work. He's going to get the carries. It's not nearly as bad of a matchup as he had last week. In standard scoring, give me Ford. All right, Mitchy boy, pick 3, Gibbs, Walker, Ridley, Jacob, Swift, Flowers. I think it's got to be Jacob Swift and Walker. It's got to be the 3 running backs. They're all in smash spots this week. They all look great. Well, I mean, I guess I shouldn't say Swift is in a smash spot, but it doesn't even matter who they're playing that offensive line. Yeah, give me those 3. Give me the 3 running backs. All right, Sebasan, what is up? Let's see if we can find your chat here. I don't see it. I'll keep looking for it. I gotta pick up the pace. So I am way behind. Tyler, I did this for you. Silver Badger, half PPR flex Monty tonight or Flowers. I think in half PPR I'm going Monty. I don't see a big Flowers game. Give me Monty. Frank the Tank needs a running back and flex between Kyron Sanders, Aaron Jones, Madison, McLaurin, Pickens, and Reynolds. I'm going Sanders and Kyron. I like Sanders a lot. It's hard to bench Kyron right now. If you want to go Aaron Jones over Sanders or Kyron, I get it. I'm feeling a big Sanders week, so give me Sanders and Kyron. Trying to get through these guys, trying to catch up. I've caught up a little bit here. A-Chain or Christian Watson. I want to say Christian Watson. I really do, but I mean, you don't want to run the risk of leaving those A-Chan points on your bench. Watson coming off hamstring, probably just go A-Chan. All right, Ravi, Mixon or Aaron Jones. Easily Aaron Jones for me here. Mixon against the Titans, no thank you. Give me Aaron Jones. All right, Ashton, let's see if we can find yours. Oh, I found Sabasan, so we'll come back to you, Ashton. Okay, Reed or Ford for flex. Give me Ford. Sorry, give me Ford. He's getting the touches. He's getting the goal line work. I'm taking Ford. Stafford bench for... I don't know what you're asking here. Let's see. Hill, Ridley, Bijan, Cook, tight end Andrews. Got Jaden Reed, Stafford and Superflex, bench Ford, White, Pickens. I mean, I might just go Pickens or even Moss. Moss getting all the touches. He has a good matchup. If you don't want to play Ford or Reed, I might even go Moss here, honestly. I might go Moss. All right, let's try to find Ashton again. All right, here it is. Ashton. Gibbs or Pierce? You can't play Pierce. He looks awful. I mean, he saved his day with a touchdown last week, but he looks awful. Give me Pierce. Give me Gibbs. Give me Gibbs. All right, Nathaniel, full PPR, Waller or Laporta? I think you got to go Laporta. Waller in a smash spot, but man, Laporta's look so good. I don't think you could bench him. And then you definitely got to play Burrow over T-Law. Burrow against the Titans. This is why we were telling everybody to play Deshaun Watson last week because it was the Titans. Now Burrow against the Titans. You got to play him. All right, Jacob again. Laporta, Waller. I keep getting this one. Laporta. Richardson, Fields. Definitely Richardson. Devonta, Ridley. Just go with Devonta. He's awesome. He doesn't have the risk of Ridley. Go with Devonta. So Laporta, Richardson, Devonta. All right, Dion, what's going on? Standard 12 team. Gibbs, Jacobs, Walker, Achane. Thanks. Start two. It's got to be Jacobs and Walker. They're in smash spots. They're getting all the work. I know Jacobs hasn't looked great, but I'm not giving up on him. Jacobs and Walker, especially in standard scoring. All right, we got Stephen Moore. Which two running backs to start? Gibbs, Monty, Mixon, Achane. Well, I don't like Mixon this week against the Titans. I slightly prefer Monty to Gibbs. I don't think you can bench Achane if possible, so go Monty and Achane. Christopher Laborde, what is up? James Cook for Garrett Wilson. Would you do it? If I'm getting James Cook, yes. I am not trading for Garrett Wilson right now. The only hope for Garrett Wilson is that they somehow trade for Kirk Cousins. Like, you're basically banking on that they're going to trade for Kirk Cousins. Nah, give me James Cook. He looks great in a good offense. Give me James Cook. All right, Jedi Koth, half PPR, needs one wide receiver flex. Pickens, Thielen, Dobbs. Well, for wide receiver, I'm going Pickens. Definitely, I like his matchup this week. He's getting involved. For flex, am I playing Monty or Reed over these guys? Half PPR, I might go Monty. I know Thielen's in a good spot, but with Bryce Young back, I'm a little nervous there. I might go Monty. Drop Dotson to pick up Mims or Quinton. I might drop him to pick up Mims, honestly. Nobody's picking up Dotson right now. Mims is getting involved. You can drop him to pick up Mims. All right, Dex Uno with the super sticker. And here's the question. Achane, Aaron Jones, James Conner, and T. Higgins bench one? Well, I think I got to bench James Conner. I know he's been great, but he's on the road against the Niners. If it's my team, I'm benching James Conner, as good as he looks. And look, I do like James Conner. He was one of my favorite values this year, but yeah. And then this question again from Adante Andrews or Laporta. It's a bad matchup for Andrews. Laporta's been great. Just go Laporta. All right, Christopher E., full PPR, Monty or Madison. I'm going Monty tonight. It's a good matchup for him. He's got touchdown upside. It's not the worst spot for Madison, but I just don't love Madison. Give me Monty tonight. Bobby Brooks, should I trade Rachaad White for Pittman? If you can do this in PPR, if you can get Pittman for Rachaad White, 100% do it. Pittman looks great. Looks great. Do it. All right, guys. Again, I'm trying to catch up here, so I'm going a little quicker now because we got the game starting in about 20 minutes. Finn's Fanatic, trade White and Moore or Tank Dell for Taylor. Yeah, I'm assuming you're okay at running back. You're probably okay at wide receiver. You've probably got an okay record. Can't feel great about White and Moore right now. I would take Taylor. Definitely. Mary Jo convinced me to start Ridley over Dell. I mean, he's better. I don't know. That's it. I mean, I think Dell's okay this week. If you don't want to risk it, like they're both pretty risky, but like, look, I like Dell this week. So, if it's me, I'm going Ridley. I'm just telling you that. But look, I don't think Dell's a bad play. All right, a Dante flex, Aaron Jones, Waddle, or Debo. Has to be Waddle. I mean, unless for me, if Waddle plays, he's in my lineup. Too much upside. Way too much upside. Unless it's standard scoring, I mean, then I go Aaron Jones. Debo dealing with an injury, but otherwise I'm going Waddle. All right, start Christian Watson or Lockett. It's got to be Lockett. He's healthy. He's in a great matchup. Both these guys are kind of boom bust, high upside guys, right? Give me the one that's healthy in a great matchup. Give me Lockett. All right, where are we at here? I'm catching up. If I blow through all these super chats, I'll start getting to some non-super chats. So don't leave if you're hanging out. I may get to you. Lamar or Burrow. I might go Burrow. In this case. Lamar's in a tough spot. Burrow's in a smash spot. Give me Burrow. One time I might say over Lamar. We'll rarely say that. All right, we got Jay. Let me see if I see your question. I think this is it right here. What QB would you pick, T-Law or Stroud? I'm going T-Law. I'm giving T-Law another shot against the Falcons in London. I do like Stroud, but I'm giving T-Law another shot. If he busts this week, then we're in full-fledged panic. I mean, we're kind of panicking right now, but if he busts this week, we're in full-fledged panic. All right, Edgar Padilla, need 3 in standard scoring. Montgomery, Swift, James Cook, or Moss? Well, again, I'm going to say Swift's a must. Did I do this one? I don't think so. No, I didn't do this one. Swift is a must. Moss looks like a must against the Rams, getting all the touches, getting goal line carries. And then I think in standard, I'm going to put Monty over James Cook because he has more touchdown upside than James. James Cook, unfortunately, has no touchdown upside, sadly, or very little. All right, Bobby Brook, 3-0, top of the league. There we go. Should I offer Rachaad White and Pickens for JT? 100%. I mean, chances of success, I'd say like 50-50. It depends how desperate they are. They might need Pickens. But if you can do it, 100%. This is the perfect type of trade to go get JT low. You're 3-0. Do it. Pierre fell down on the job last night by refusing to discuss the huge fantasy implications of the Trevor Siemian signing. Yeah, I don't know. This is like the Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other. That's like Zach Wilson and Trevor Siemian. They're like pointing at each other. Like, yeah. That's as deep as I can go on that. All right, we got Julian. Let's see if we can find your question. There it is. Moss or Jones? All right, this is close. I mean, this is really close. We know what Aaron Jones can do, but man, Moss getting like every touch against the Rams. That shouldn't scare you at all. It's so hard to bench Aaron Jones, though. Lions not a great matchup. I might go Moss here, but I get it if you're like, I can't bench Aaron Jones. I get it. It's very close. All right, Bitman, 3 of Moss, Monty, Palmer, and Thielen. I got to go the first 3. I'm sorry. I can't do it with Thielen. I know he's coming off a big game. I know it's the Vikings, but if it was Andy Dalton, I could definitely consider Thielen. But now with Bryce Young back, I'm just going to go the first 3. Tyler, you keep asking this. I've done it like 3 times. Here's the order. Burrow, Goff, Fields. That is the order. I don't know if you need 1 or 2, but that is the order. All right, we got Real Rider. I don't see a question. Let's see if I can find it down here as I scroll. I'm definitely catching up now. That makes me feel better. Stress levels dropping. Real Rider, I don't see a question for you. Is it up a little bit? Let me see if it's up a little bit. There it is. It's up here. Okay. Got you. Dell, Palmer, Kirk, and Diggs as my wide receiver 1. Who should be my 2 and my flex? So wide receiver 2, I'm going Kirk. I like Kirk this week. And flex, it's close between Palmer and Dell. Palmer is probably safer. He's in a great matchup. Dell has tons of upside. Very close between those guys. I'm probably going, I don't know. It's very close. Maybe Dell. It's super close. Running backs are Jones, Connor, Barkley. Well, Barkley probably won't play. Even if he does, can you wait till Monday? I mean, you do have Breida, so I guess you could pivot. So you need 1 and a flex here? I think Aaron Jones is the guy I like the most. Obviously, if we knew Barkley was playing him, but he doesn't play till Monday, then you're going to pivot to Breida. I don't know if you need 1 or 2 of these guys, but I would probably go Jones and Connor. But Jones is the one I like the most. All right, trying to get through these. Getting down to crunch time here. All right, Steven, start 1, Waller, Ingram, or Henry. I'm going Waller out of these guys. I do like Ingram, but man, Waller in a smash spot. If he doesn't do it this week, full-fledged panic mode, give me Waller. Tyler again, Monty or Mixon? Definitely Monty. Mixon against the Titans. I mean, that is a shutdown run defense. You're just really hoping for a touchdown. Monty can score too. He's in a better matchup. Give me Monty. All right, Bez, 787. PPR, need to start 2. Javonte, Monty, Ford, Addison, Dell, Palmer. In PPR, I think I'm going Palmer and Dell. Addison is interesting too. These guys are all close. They all have upside. But man, Palmer and Dell are in smash spots this week. I'm going Palmer and Dell in PPR. I think Ford will be okay. I think Javonte will be okay. I think Monty will be okay. But they just don't have the upside of those guys in PPR. Palmer and Dell. Samuel Piazza. Where am I at here? 5 o'clock? Okay, I'm only a couple minutes behind. Let's do this. Fields or Stroud? Give me Stroud this week, but don't drop Fields. Yeah, I get it with the Broncos, but you're going to need him to run the ball like 10 times. So don't drop Fields. Play Stroud. If Fields looks good this week, then we can talk next week. Demon Slayer 25, half PPR 10 team. Who to start? I don't know how many you need here, but Chase is a must. Lamb is a must. Cooper would be number 3 for me. Kirk would be 4. Chase, Lamb, Cooper, Kirk, Pickens, Hollywood in that order. So I don't know how many you need, but there you go. Running back, who to start? The order for me would be Stevenson. I don't like any of these running backs this week, but Stevenson, Pacheco, Rashad White. So there's my orders. I don't know how many you need to start, but there's the order. Have we done it? Have we caught up? No, not yet. We got Demon Slayer again. Oh, he's saying start 2 running backs, start 2 wide receiver, and a flex. Okay, well, so there you go. So 2 wide receiver, Chase and Lamb. 2 running back, Stevenson, Pacheco, flex, Cooper. There you go. There it is. All right. Jason, what's up? Gibbs or Kamara? I'm not really feeling a big Gibbs game, but I'm also not feeling a big Kamara game. But I feel like Kamara will get more touches because he's only really got Kendry Miller. Give me Kamara, I guess, here. Andrews and Laporta, I've asked this a bunch. Probably just go with Laporta. Andrews in a tough spot this week. Just go with Laporta. He's been playing great. And we did it. I think I am caught up. If I missed your super chat because I was going fast there, just drop it in the regular chat right now. Oh, we got one for Steven. Mixon or Hall? Oh boy. Oh man. I think I still got to go Mixon. He's not dealing with the ACL. He's not dealing with Zach Wilson. Jets are a tough defense. I mean, Chiefs are a tough defense. Give me Mixon here. All right, if I somehow missed your super chat, drop it down below. We do have about 15 minutes because I blew through those. I'll start getting to some non-super chats here. All right, help fast. Do I flex Watson or Elijah Moore? Give me Watson. Elijah Moore, I mean, not a big game from him. I'll gamble on the upside from Watson. Hunter or Goddard? I'm still going Goddard this week. I don't love Hunter this week. He's fine. If Goddard busts again, we're in trouble, but give me Goddard. All right, so sorry, Jay Swoll saying he missed his super chat. Dell or Pittman in the flex? Give me Pittman. Pittman's been great. It's the Rams. That shouldn't scare you. he's been awesome, and he doesn't have the risk of Dell. So give me Pittman, and I apologize for missing your super chat. My bad. Usually Pierre does this. Ooh, Cousins or Burrow. This is actually tough because Cousins has been so good, but Burrow in such a smash matchup this week. The Panthers are missing, like I said, J.C. Horn and their starting safety. It's close. I guess just keep rolling with Cousins, but it is close. It is close. All right. Mostert or Lockett at flex full PPR. I think I might go Lockett here. I know I keep saying how do you bench Mostert, but he does have a tough matchup against the Bills. Lockett in a smash spot in PPR. Give me him. Give me Lockett. All right, Ali coming in right at the buzzer here. What's up? Needs one. Pirine? No. Charbonnet, Spears, or pick up Edwards and drop Pirine. I think I would pick up Edwards and drop Pirine anyways. The rookie, McLaughlin's kind of getting involved a little bit. So I would pick, but I don't know if I'd start Edwards because Justice Hill looks like he's back. It's not a good matchup. I would go Charbonnet. I like Charbonnet this week. He's going to be on the sneaky starts tomorrow. And then London, Dotson, or Flowers. Probably just give me Flowers. Dotson is so hard to trust right now. Give me Flowers. All right, Dion needs a roster spot. Can really only drop Addison, Nico, or Gibbs. I mean, you can't drop any of those guys. I don't know what you need a roster spot for, but you can't drop any of those guys. There's got to be somebody else. Got to be somebody else. Bays. Oh boy, I don't know when your question was. Oh boy. One running back. Did I give you an order at least? I hope I gave you an order at least. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find your question in time. I feel like that was a bit a while ago here. Maybe just drop it again in the chat. You don't have to super chat. Just drop it again in the chat. All right, Polar. Josh Allen, CMC, Derrick Henry, Devontae Lockett, Mark Andrews, Aaron Jones from bench. Any changes? CMC, Henry on the bench. You got. I probably have to put Kyron in over Henry. He's playing every snap. He's catching passes. It's PPR. Henry, I mean, I know, but man, what are we really expecting from Henry right now? And then Adams, Lockett, I'm not changing that. Andrews, you don't have another tight end. That looks good. You got Aaron Jones, Christian Watson. I might put Henry in over Christian Watson, honestly, if you could flex him. Just don't risk it with Henry. So, okay, so there you go. Put Kyron in over Christian Watson. How about that? Put Kyron in over Christian Watson. All right, AGZ, start two. Gibbs, Monty, Warren, White. It's got to be Gibbs and Monty. I know it's rough going with the Lions running backs, but you can't start White. I mean, maybe Warren, because he'll catch some passes against Houston, but what are we really expecting from Warren? Give me Gibbs and Monty. Real Rider, Frymuth or Pitts, definitely Muth. Goff or Hurts? Come on. It's Hurts. Got to be Hurts. All right, Bays, did you drop your thing in here? I'm trying to get to these real quick before I head out for the game starts, really. I mean, because you got to make some of these decisions before the game. All right, well, Jace, we'll appreciate it. Again, sorry we missed it. Appreciate that. Bays, if you want to drop your lineup again real quick here. Maybe I helped you out. I don't know. I think I've got all the super chats done, so let's try to get some more non-super chats here real quick. Half PPR, Sutton or Dell. I do like Sutton this week, but Dell probably has more upside. Give me Dell. Although I do like Sutton. All right, coming in at the wire. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. I apologize. Don't even want to mess it up. Give me Musgrave. I think I like Musgrave this week. Ferguson's fine, but I think Musgrave has more upside. Start Musgrave. Should I start Jacoby Myers or Puka? Definitely Puka. Also need two between Swift, Mixon, Kyron, bench Mixon. He's going against the Titans. I like Swift and Kyron. Bench Mixon there. Sanders or Ramondre? Sanders. Love his matchup this week. Love his usage. Go Sanders. Good player to get for forward. I mean, you could probably get like a solid wide receiver too. If you checked out my buy low video, I talk about guys like Pittman, Ayuk, even guys like Jacoby Myers, people like that. Hollywood Brown, guys like that. I think you can get for forward. All right, Bays, I'm still looking for yours. If you didn't, trying to get it in here. defense one, don't have time for that. All right, Heath, Gabe Davis, DJ Moore, Christian Kirk, Josh Reynolds, definitely Christian Kirk. Got so much upside, like him this week. Go Christian Kirk. Joey, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Glad we were able to get to yours. Again, guys, we got about 5-ish minutes here. Bays, I'm still looking for you, your lineup. Maybe I helped you. I don't know. Milo, Josh Palmer, Romeo Dobbs. Go Josh Palmer. I think he has just every bit as high a floor as Dobbs. More upside against the Raiders. Go Palmer. Flowers, Godwin, or Achan. Just give me Achan. I don't see a big Flowers game. I don't know we're ever going to see a big Godwin game. Who knows? Just gamble on Achan. Gamble on him. It's a gamble, but it's a gamble worth taking. Watson or Tank. I would just go Tank. Don't risk it with Watson. They both have upside. Tank's healthy. Steven, would you trade Mixon for Swift? Oh, in a heartbeat. If you're getting Swift looks awesome. The offensive line looks awesome. He's not dusty like Mixon. Yeah, give me Swift all day here, 100%. Cathal, pick 2. Etienne, Swift, Stevenson, Barkley, Ford. Well, you can't wait for Barkley on Monday. So I'm going to go Swift and Etienne. I like Etienne this week. I love Swift this week. Give me Swift and Etienne. Okay, you're asking an Italian about ragu or prego. Neither. Come on, make your sauce at home. Don't buy this jar crap. Here we go. Godwin, Judy, or Tutu PPR. I think I go slight Judy, but Tutu does have a lot of upside this week. He's riskier, but he's got a lot of upside. I don't mind him. But Judy in a good matchup, I'd probably go Judy. All right, guys. Bays, I'm going to give you like one more minute here. Okay, here it is. I'm sorry. Here it is. I see it. Here we go. 1 running back, 1 flex. Monty, Ford, Javonte, Addison, Palmer, Dell. At running back, I'm going Ford. I like his usage. I like his goal line usage. I like him better than these guys. At flex, it's really close between Palmer, Dell, and Addison. Right now, I'd probably say Palmer, but tomorrow I might say Dell. Sunday, I might say Addison. It's real. Those guys are all really close. Right now, I say Palmer, but that may change. All right, guys, we'll do one more, and then I got to get out of here. Well, the games are starting, really, is what's happening. All right, we got a Derrick Henry trade question. Is it any good? Trade Derrick Henry for Joe. This is like Spider-Man meme. Maybe I slightly prefer Mixon because he's in the better offense, I guess. I don't know. I don't like either of them. All right, Sebasan saying we're the best. Thank you. I think did I do this? Mostert or Lockett at the flex full PPR. Give me Lockett in PPR. All right, guys. All right, right here. Since you used my name. Last question. Aaron Jones and Williams or Swift and Monty? Well, I think you still got to roll with Hawkinson. Well, you can't play Aaron Jones and Swift. You got to play Aaron Jones and Williams or Swift and Monty. Like you can't play Aaron Jones and Swift. Because I would prefer Aaron Jones and Swift. I guess if I had to pick, I'd pick Swift and Monty just because I like Swift a lot and I like Monty more than Williams. So, anyways, and then okay, one more because his name it's Joe Chris and 27, one of my favorite numbers. That's crazy. Swift or Madison, definitely Swift. Okay, guys, this is it. Okay, one more. I keep saying it, but one more. Rate the trade. Give up JT in London for Judy and Derrick Henry. I probably prefer JT in London just because I don't feel great about Derrick Henry going forward. But look, if JT doesn't play, it'll be a win for you. But I probably prefer JT and London. All right. Whew. There we go. Amy, I did do yours. I did yours earlier. It was a long one, but I did it. I did do yours. I remember it. So maybe go back. If you want to go back and watch it after this, I did do it. It was a long one. But I did do it. And it took me a while, but I did do it. But anyways, guys, the game's about to start. I appreciate everybody being on here. Appreciate all the super chats. I appreciate all the name super chats. Are you saying I'm doing your name wrong? Am I saying your name wrong? If that's the case, I apologize. I'm very bad at names. Is it Ami, Ame? I don't know. If you want to type the pronunciation, I apologize. If that's what you're saying, I apologize. I'm very bad at names. It's why Pierre always does the names. He's a teacher. He's good at names. I'm terrible at names. So if I'm saying your name wrong, I do apologize. Said I mentioned Devontae. Okay. Can you post your team again? Post your team real quick. I'll stay on. Post your team again. Do not have Devontae. Let me see. Let me see here. Can you post your team again? But okay, here we go. But Gibbs, Warren, Monty, Williams, Barkley need to. You can't wait for Barkley because he plays on Monday. What are you going to do? I think you have to start Kyron. And then I'm going to go Gibbs. Or no, I'm going to go Monty. I like Monty better than Gibbs. Monty and Kyron. Should you grab Love? Sure. It depends like who you're going to drop and who you're going to play. But I think grabbing Love is okay. I don't love him this week, but I think he's okay. But I'm going Gibbs. I'm going Monty and Kyron at your running backs. So I apologize for that. All right. Anything else? Did I miss anything else before I go here? Let me know. All right. Looks like we're good. Happy with that. All right. Hopefully I hope I'm pronouncing your name right at least. All right, guys. All right. Do you have a flex? You have a flex one now? Flexing one of those? Is that what you're asking? Flexing one of those? If you're flexing one of those, I guess Gibbs. All right, guys and girls and everybody, thank you so much for being on. Appreciate you all. Enjoy the game. I hope all your players score a ton of fantasy points. Don't forget, we'll be back Saturday. We'll be here, 11? We go 11 a.m. Pacific. So what is that, 12 on 2 Eastern? We'll be on for 3.5 hours probably. We go live Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, 3 hours for the game during the London game. Help answer all your last-minute questions. Appreciate you guys. Don't forget, check out Underdog. Use code ENDGAME. They'll match your deposit dollar for dollar up to $500, and you're going to get this Jared Goff special. It's about to run out, but don't worry. Even if it does, you're going to get this Kenny Pickett special for this weekend. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Have a great night. Enjoy the games, and we'll see you on Saturday.